Schnoren, can there be a food stand called Disturbed Corn?
Sure.
How many narrative declaration points do we have?
Drowning deep in my pot of corn.
Cab.
I think that's where we're gonna start. That's where we're gonna start. It's like, can there be a shopping cart of this third corn?
How much butter do you want on your corn? Drowning deep.
In my bowl of butter.
In my kernels.
Yeah. What's the sound like to me?
Oh my god!
Hi everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Rotgoons. So we can kind of get right into it. We can kind of quickly go into the interests and stuff. People want to very quickly tell people who you are, where you came from, and who you're playing. Starting off with Minerva.
Oh god! Hi, I'm Minerva, aka Party Demoness. I play Gray the Null Ranger. Hello.
Next up we got Cabal.
Hello, my name is Cabal. I'm your favorite purple cult leader. I come from the dirty south. And I am playing Tellem Shabura, the Ghost Magus.
Oh, because you're a ghost. I don't know why it popped in my head. Okay, so you say dirty south, then it links to south, then it links to the random quote of like the south will rise again, but you're dead, so you already did.
We did it.
It did. The South rose again.
Okay, and next up,
Twice actually.
we don't follow that. Regardless, next up is Froggy.
Hi, I'm Froggy Lock, and I play Beelzebub, the level 5 Kobold Investigator. If you're curious about where I came from,
Level
sorry
6.
to say where we level 6 Kobold Investigator. That's right. Sorry
Wait,
to
hold
say
on.
where
we
came
leveled
from.
up. We leveled up.
Did you not level up, Froggy?
No, I did. I forgot. I'm so
Listen,
used
we've
to
been saying level 5 for a hot minute.
We have.
Leave me alone. Also, I came from my mom.
Oh,
Thanks.
that's great.
Up to you, Salty.
My name is SaltyJub. I crawled out of a hole in the ground in the ancient days before trees existed.
Allegedly.
I draw funny pictures on the internet. I play hard. He's a big lad. He's level 6 now and is capable of playing basketball.
And you're a monk.
Yeah,
That's a side
too.
thing.
Yeah, that's a side.
The
It's a
basketball's
side
more
gig.
important.
I'm a level 6
side gig,
basketball
you know?
player.
Oh yeah, no. If there was such a thing as a sports nerd, Heart would be a jock class. 100%.
Oh my god.
And I am your host, the Game Master this evening. I am Zone the Bear. Thanks everyone for coming back and listening to Rotgoons. Remember, we do stream this live on twitch.tv/narrative declaration. If you want to be part of the show, we're experimenting with some fun little Twitch integration things where you can be part of the show in some way. So definitely come stop by, come watch, and be part of the adventure. So everybody, for those of you who last left off, like I've been at Gen Con, you know, a bunch of announcements were made, a bunch of things were happening. So we've been on a little break. So just a quick refresher, just to keep everybody kind of in tuned with things. I would like to ask if any of the players would like to take that initiative, but my challenge to you is to summarize it. Don't take a super long, like detailed thing, just footnotes, just like easy to read footnotes for it. So you're not dumping a whole bunch of previous episode exposition on people. Quick footnotes. Who would like to take that and earn themselves a hero point?
I can do it.
All right, let's hear it, Froggy.
Okay, so a lot happened last episode, even though we stayed in a relatively small area for it. First off, so we set off, the goons needed to find Brug to hire him to protect their cart. So they go and they track him down. They find him living in a little dilapidated area. And we hire him. Everything's going good. Brug invites us to meet Talia, his daughter. And he's like, hey, you want to come and be my kid? And we're all like, a resounding yes. Oh my God. So we all rush happy to his house. And immediately something's wrong. Talia's not there. So there's panic. Tellem and Hart, they go off and they start looking for suspicious neighbors in Brug's area. They actually find the old man who used to work for the Tyrants Guild, who we fucked up when we were sneaking we were sneaking Baldrick.
There you go.
B name, thank you. Terrible with names. We snuck Bucket Boy Baldrick in, and this was the guy who was there to like assess the checkpoint that day. So he's here now. He's in this old ragged Tyrant's Guild tent, and he's like, ah, fuck. He looks really suspicious. He's watching them. He looks kind of uneasy. So Hart and Tellem, they go and interrogate the shit out of him, and he's like, there was this giant, tall-tailed guy, all decrepit and gross. He went into Brug's house, and then he left in the sewer, and that's all I saw. He's all like, that's all I know. I don't know nothing else. Please leave me and my diseases alone. And meanwhile, Gray was getting Talia scent from some fur that they had found in the home. We learned that Talia is a catfolk, or something like that, and cute little orange tabby catfolk. So we meet up with Tellem and Hart on our way out of Brug's home. There's some theories that maybe it's Croc, like, you know, a big, tall figure. A tail was mentioned. Might be Croc. Not Hart. Brug is like, that makes no sense. Oh God. So Brug, he's like, okay, I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna figure it out. And we're like, okay, we're going to check out the sewer. It shouldn't be possible for anything to get in and out of the sewer because it is all barred off when we get there. But Hart manages to find an entrance by ripping the bars off the sewer grate. So technically, yes, still, there's no secret entrance. No one should be able to come and go from the sewer pipe. But, you know, Hart just rips it off, and I found the entrance, so in we go.
Yippee!
We're like, oh, yes.
There was a door right here.
Yeah.
Heart-shaped hole in the wall.
I
It was
found
made for
it.
me.
It's pitch black. It smells awful. It smells like decay. It's horrible. We're met with this creepy black fog, which Tellem can immediately tell is magic in nature, and it's very strong. We tie ourselves together with a rope. Everybody's freaked out, and we just push forward in a single file line. We don't know what to do about the fog, so we just try and breathe as little as possible, unless your Heart, in which case he said it was fine to breathe because he'd been breathing so much of it this entire time. And then we get separated out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere, Heart is gone. We're freaking out. The rope is loose where Heart was. Heart has been completely cut off from the party somewhere in the tubes. And Tellem, Gray, and Beetle progress forward into the tubes where they meet Lord of the Tubes, which is a strange illusion. The tubes all get all magical and rainbow, and, you know, the Lucky Charms mascot himself appears before us, and he's like, hey, it's the tubes. I love the tubes. We live in the tubes. You should go check out the tubes down there. And Tellem finds out pretty quick that this is an illusion. Gray as well. Beetle's in the back. He's kind of just processing, but not to the same extent as these two, who just walk through the guy after breaking his self-awareness by telling him he can't shit, and he has a mental breakdown over the fact that he cannot shit and disperses into the air. So we go in the opposite direction to where he was telling us to go, because obviously you don't want to go the way that the illusion is telling you. Progress down the tubes, and we start to hear this very deep humming. Tubes open into this kind of pocket area where this gross, hunched, skeletal, decaying crocodile creature is like hunched up in the corner of the room with Talia in his arms. And we're like, ah, fuck. We were stuck here for a hot minute because we weren't sure what to do. We didn't want Talia to die. She's so cute. And it's got its meaty grippers on her. So Beetle has an idea, and he gets his buddies out of the way of the tube. He assumes this thing can't see, maybe, because it has no eyes. It's never stopped skeletons before, as Tellem mentioned, but, you know, he'll take his chances. So as soon as his friends are out of harm's way, he drums on the pipe and takes off running down it screaming. And sure enough, the plan sort of works. The crocodile drops Talia and takes off after Beetle, exploding into like a Princess Mononoke worms, or like the no face guy where he's like
Yeah.
he does that. Yeah, he goes down the pipe, and he's all like, "Oh, my son!" And I'm like, "I don't know, you're a fucking kid, man." He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna avenge my son. I'm a worm. I'm a worm." And so Beetle's running. Gray and Tellem grab Talia. Gray nestles Talia back in her hood, safe in her hair, and they book it. And there's a chase sequence. Hart can hear the roaring of this monster and finds his way back to his friends. And there is something of like a conflict where Beetle is shooting and freaking out, and Hart is punching worms, and Gray is biting worms, and then the worms are all like, my son, my boy, and he slurps up into a crack, a crevasse, if you will, in the tube, and he's gone. He's gone. And the group is like, oh, fuck me! And they don't stick around to be like, what was that? What happened? They just run, full fight or flight, panic, get out of the tubes, and they do. They sprint out of the tubes. Very vivid, thank you.
They put me in a tube, a rubber tube, filled with worms.
With kobolds.
Oh no, worms!
A tube filled with worms. They called me crazy once.
But once outside, they told the group that the big worm pile that they met was not necessarily, it didn't seem to be obsessed with Talia specifically, but with her collar, or the stone that is on her collar. So Brug is like, well, fuck, her mom, Vishna, gave this collar to her to protect her. But if the collar is attracting dangers like that, maybe we're better off not keeping it here. And maybe we should go talk to the Elmas about some temporary living quarters just while things quiet down, because what the fuck was all that? And the Gooners are like, yeah, what the fuck was all that? We'll take that off your hands. Well, Tellem said that, which I don't know if Beetle agrees with, because now that thing's just gonna want to come after us with the rock. And that sounds, you know, Tellem was pretty confident. Beetle was unconscious. Gray took the stone from Tellem.
To help summarize,
Yeah.
and after all of that, you were able to save the kitten and get yourself a new amulet, which is the amulet of refocusing, which Hart now
And then
has.
we went to go set up a food
Yes.
cart.
Yeah, and then you guys went back to the cart. You brought Brug with you, and you made your way to the
Zorn is
Queen's
beautiful.
Pilaster.
Yes.
Yes.
Am I made it for you?
Yes. Is the vision important to cover?
You should be fine.
Okay.
You should be
There was
fine.
a vision. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's like, I'm mostly summarizing you because we only have so much time today. So,
Yeah, we gotta get going. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
So much
So
happened
Beetle-
last session. Yeah.
Beetle get to hear a part. Yippee! Yippee! Hero point acquired. And so, with everything said, let us go ahead and get back to the
Wait, what?
adventure. Sorry. What's up?
For some reason, you were muted for me on Discord. I didn't know. I don't know why.
You
Oh,
muted me?
I don't think I meant to. I
That's
was like, I can
fucked
see
up.
Zoran talking on stream, but I can't hear him. What the?
That's
And then
fucked
Froggy's
up.
responding to him. I'm like, where's the disconnect? Am I
Game master
losing-
silenced.
Am I losing it? Is this how it goes?
I was crazy once. They stuck me in the Discord, a rubber Discord, a Discord filled with mutes.
Nerds. The nerds make me crazy.
This is gonna age this episode so horribly.
Yeah, something's gonna fucking happen when someone's actually in the rubber room and dies, and it's like, ah, fuck.
no! Don't say that!
Like
Oh
you
my God.
say that that's going to age this episode horribly. The fact of the matter is that meme has been around since like 2002.
Yeah,
It predates like the internet as we know it.
of course. It's
It's
more
that
along the
old.
lines. It's that it comes back in waves,
Yeah.
and this will be allocated to one of the waves.
I
If it's-
I trust people understand it was a joke at the time, but not for any horrible thing.
That'll
So
be fine.
No, it's stupid. It's stupid. No
We're
one should
moving-
ever remember
Let
this.
us
we're
be our
moving
full
on.
phone.
Let's
You're
we're
stupid.
moving on.
I'm PvPing salty.
I'm playing
well-
cab.
A spell strike. So everyone, you finally, all of you goons have finally have achieved your mission after so long. For 18 episodes, you guys have acquired all your materials. You've met so many colorful friends.
Oh my god.
And you have established a network of friends. You know, you met up with Holic, met up with the Almas. You're able to acquire all these food stuff. You're now carting it in the cart. Hart is pulling it along while everybody is getting stuff ready. You have assortment of foods. You have assortments of drinks, all sorts of stuff. And you're on your way to the parade. Now, you know it's in the Queen's Palaster, and I changed the map here so you can get better reference. Everything's labeled now. You see the Pod's Palaster, and of course you have to go all the way through some of the more major highways of like, there's like several walkways and stuff that's kind of acts as like a highway and stuff. But you're on your way to the Queen's Palaster. It's kind of the bottom right of the map there. And Queen's looks beautiful. Think of like going to like a
The beanstalk! We're finally going to the beanstalk! Oh my god! For 18 episodes, every time we see this map, I ask if we can go to the beanstalk, and we're finally going!
We're going to the Beanstalk Palaster. And on your way there, you see it towering there, a spiral of stone and different types of materials kind of going up. And you see that Queens is like, is that going the downtown more into like, not like red light district, but like classy. Like classy, it's beautiful, but you know, there's various shops, a whole bunch of things around.
It's the culture district.
It has culture. It would be a good way to kind of summarize it.
Theaters everywhere.
Yeah, think jazz playing, all this other stuff. Everything's going wonderful. You're seeing people gather all around, basically, kind of like lining up through the streets and stuff. And you already see some of the parade people kind of getting ready. You see their floats kind of covered up with tarps and everything. But you are carting over, and as you look through your paperwork, that the Elmas did give you a permit and everything for you to be able to operate at the parade. And they tell you where your slot may be. And maybe after some questioning and stuff, you find your slot and you find where you want to set up. So let me switch us over to here.
Let me guess, there's somebody already in it.
No, you arrive, and it is a scene. Tons of people all around. There's like, you see hordes of people already lined up, getting ready for everything. You're seeing people just kind of going around with their own little food stands, like wrapped around their neck. Just go like Glizzy's here. Glizzy's, you can gobble them right up. Glizzy's here. Glizzy's, would you like a Glizzy, sir? It comes up to you. One guy comes up to all of you as you're pulled up, like, Glizzy, before you set up, it's always good to have some food in your belly.
Ooh! If Beetle takes it.
Yeah, sure.
That'll be 2 copper, please.
Beetle's already taken a bite out of it, but he slowly starts to hold it, like, back up.
How much meat is in this, bro?
You look at it, it is like minor. It's not a lot of meat, but it's something.
More pink goo than meat.
Hey, Tellem, check it out. Kebab in a tube.
The guy's just like holding it out and it's like, good to have food in your belly. And Tellem was just like looking down at this man, just staring.
Oh, sorry, sir. Didn't know you already. I didn't know you were already on a diet. And he goes over. He's like, well, anybody else besides your dog here? And he keeps wiggling the Glizzy.
I think our dog is good enough.
Beetle begrudgingly takes out 2 copper and gives them to him.
Oh, your dog's people. Sorry about that. He takes the 2 copper, puts it in his bag, and then he leaves.
What a dickhead!
Brog kind of looks down, going, I don't think you're a dog.
Thanks, Brog.
No problem. He thumbs up.
You're one of a few.
No, you're not a dog. You're Beetle.
For
Oh.
He floats away. It's like, we wouldn't want to insult dogs.
For they kind of help out you guys. I'll put this in general. If you type up medieval fair, that's the music I'm playing because I can't play it through tabletop, but this will kind of help set the scene. But you have to type that in there, play, and change the volume to yourself. So you guys have now arrived at this grand display. You're seeing flags all across the buildings in front of you, confetti here and there. It's now starting to fall. You see an array of basically just skeletal guards, pretty much the military in Outset. Just kind of keeping people at bay to not go into the major street that's in front of them. But they're all, you're seeing everyone just having a grand old time. But you have your cart here. And of course, I would like to ask you all, how would you like to set up your cart? Now, it kind of puts you in a position here where you can get yourselves ready. You can kind of orient your thing in a way. And you also have time to also see who your competition is. You notice that there are other people set up along the road that have seemed to have already gotten themselves mostly set up. There's still some of them still seem to be in the process of doing so. But you see a couple people around you.
Yeah, do we notice a familiar face to our left?
You do not.
We don't?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Because you don't see that person yet.
Okay, of course. No, of course. Well, where should we set up?
I'll start bringing all the banners around and draping them.
Do we want to put it right here? It's in the middle of a walkway. But that Beetle steps out and leans, looking around. That guy's got his freaking wagon over there. That guy's got a little wagon over there, so it's probably fine if we just block this area. Who's gonna be mad? They're probably not mad about him putting his way. We'll just put it here.
Yeah, we can pull it up. Block off this whole area.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And we can hang the ribbons and stuff from the rooftops like that and just pull them down. Whoop!
Yeah.
Brog kind of like is like he starts kind of like helping hard, kind of adjust the cart and stuff in the tight space, and he looks at Tellem going like, I heard you're good with money. Who should I go for to figure out where to put stuff?
Tellem, as he's looking through the crowd, he turns around to Brug and wait, when he says put stuff, is he like motioning to like all the
like the cart? Yeah, like how do you like how to set up the cart and stuff? Like he's nodding at Beetle and he kind of is like, okay, I'll help move it here and stuff with Heart, you know. And I assume Heart, you're like trying to adjust it where Beetle's like a little to the left, a little to the right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So Tellem is just like, more than likely we're going to want to move the majority of the supplies out of the cart and put it behind it, as opposed to where we're going to have customers, because we're going to need room to operate. So once we have the cart adjusted, we should be able to then determine where everything is going to go.
So Beetle is going to suggest that they have one side of the cart here and the other side of the cart here, so it's like up in the road. It's not pushed back in the alley.
Kind of sideways as well.
Yeah. It's like
awesome.
Flipped sideways.
So it runs you all over as I'm adjusting it.
Yeah. Perfect.
Luke is run over.
There we go.
Almost perfect. There we go. Perfect. Yes.
You can move
exactly
your tokens
like
appropriately if you want to be over the cart. Here, let me just make this easier on all of us here. Let me put like 1 on your height thing, so you'll be over.
Oh, yippee!
You'll be over the cart if you want to go over it, and so you can look like you're inside the cart, like it's like a food truck.
Yeah.
There we go. I didn't do it. I did. There we go. 1. One. There we go. It's 1 feet now. There we go. That's I put the 1 on the token.
Are there lines on the floor?
There are lines. The floor. Sorry, for people who don't know what that means, the Final Fantasy 14-bit, and then we evolved it.
Yup.
So with that, you got your cart set up. You guys are preparing things and stuff. I'm now going to ask each person exactly what they're doing and try to see kind of like how your success basically of setting up your cart for all these people.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start out first off with Heart. You've helped maneuver the cart into place, and now you're just kind of standing there. What do you think? What would you like to be doing? Setting up your cart.
Well, since most of the food that we have done is already prepared, and then we just start things up and start serving it, and assembling things. In that way, most of the things that we only need to do is fry meat and fry vegetables, and that's all we really need to do. What Hart is going to do is that he's gonna flex his most recently acquired skill. Hart is gonna write the menu.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's like Hart learned how to read and write, didn't he?
Yeah.
Beetle taught him.
Beetle
So
taught
proud.
Hart how to read and write, and in an official manner, Hart has the scribe lore. So not only is he good at reading and writing, he is really good at reading and writing.
I'm so proud of him.
I'm so proud of my boy.
As you're seeing, so Hart, as you're doing that, go ahead and roll me a crafting check for me. See how
Can
well
I
your
roll-
lessons have done you.
Can I roll lore scribe just because it's cool?
Absolutely.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
let's
much,
go.
Jordan.
As you're doing that, you guys are starting noticing like these kind of sparkly bits of kind of like confetti start coming down. You know, it starts this. It's kind of like plastic snow in a way. Oh no!
Oh my god.
I rolled that 2 for a total of 8. Can I read and write, Soren?
You have successfully made words that you're confident in.
So
As I see that stuff start to fall, Kaleem will actually whip around the cart and he will point at Beetle, and he'll be like, "Beetle,
what?
don't eat the confetti."
What? I'm not gonna eat this. What do you think I am? Hey, Hart.
He like narrows his eyes and he like skulks back behind the cart, like the finger is still pointing at Beetle.
Like you
and then
can
he
hear like
pulls
Gray in the
finger back
distance.
around.
When
You can hear,
Beetle
like,
says, "Hey, Hart," Hart goes, "Huh?" His mouth is full of confetti.
You just hear like Gray in the distance go,
Come back around the cart, look over at Hart, and Hart's just got the mouth full of confetti. So he was just like, "Oh."
That's not snow. Take that out of your mouth. Hey, I'm gonna come over and help you with that side, buddy. That C's a little crooked. And then he comes over.
Oh,
and,
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Beetle is so small that I would actually like to use my turn or action or whatever you would call it, working on the cart in order to help Hart because he can't help too much with the
Okay.
heavy setup. Yeah.
Ah,
so he's gonna
the sea faces that way,
go. Yeah.
not the other way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like an image, like a post where somebody typed like P, and they're like, "How do you flip the D like that?"
Oh my god.
"That's on brand."
And they were so confused.
That's what Beetle does. Beetle makes him flip the D's.
Okay, so you help out Hart there. Gray, you have all these people around you, the other cart's setting up, and of course your cart. Is there anything you're doing?
Question: would we have Salty just stated that we do have some food prepared ahead of time. Would we have enough for possibly enticing people with a small sample platter to like stand outside and like try and like, you know, bring people over and, you know, possibly use that as an excuse to go check out the other carts at the same time?
Yeah, sure.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Because like that's definitely what she would do. See if anyone has any possible things that could get a leg up on them and vice versa.
Yeah, go snoop.
Okay, so
Snooping.
yeah, so you basically
them
get
out.
like hors d'oeuvres and stuff, or like little tester pieces ready. For the presentation of them, roll me a crafting check. Unless you want to ask someone else to,
no.
unless you want to ask someone else to do it, who also has a higher crafting check.
You know what? She's gonna actually look at the plate and go to Tellem and ask, "Does this look good?" She's gonna go up there and she's gonna just hold it up like, "Is this passable? Does this look good?"
Tellem pulls out 2 pieces of bread and puts them on each side of Gray's face. And he shakes his head.
I'm not asking you to eat them. I'm asking if it looks good. Does it look presentable?
He was he looks at it, he's like, it could be better. Give me one moment, and he will actually he will actually try and use his crafting to dress it up, make it more presentable, make it look more enticing. I don't know, maybe we'll sprinkle some like parsley or something
Absolutely.
on it. Salt bay it.
Yeah, go and roll me crafting.
Parsley.
Does it look like little triangle sandwiches? Like what little food item did you guys make? Oh my
actually
god,
like
what the fuck was that?
Oh my god!
What food item did you make? Fine boom.
I'm so sorry. My chapstick fell on the button that makes that noise.
I rolled a 2, but that's still a 16.
Do you wanna use a hero point for that, or are you content?
I can use a hero point.
Yeah,
All right.
baby.
All right. I still got 1 in reserve.
Yeah, still got one left.
That is significantly better. That is a 12 for a total of a 26.
You can
Alright.
make little like fried things.
What do you make, Tellem? What do you make, or how do you dress it up?
Tellem is going to, well, I assume like our big thing that we're doing is like kebabs. So
Yeah.
maybe these are
Yeah.
like little like mini kebabs, or like a piece of, like said, kebabs on like toothpicks or stuff like that. But Tellem will actually try and take some other edible things and stack them so they actually look like what's the oh god, what are those okay,
Yeah.
so you know Aladdin, right? You know, like the royal palace, you know how they've got like the
Yeah.
like the domes on top.
Yeah.
He'll actually try and make it like look like that, like kind of like more Quancheer architecture.
Yeah, it's an onion dome.
Yeah, an onion dome.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah,
Make it look like an onion dome. Make it festive.
Yeah.
Put some colorful pieces on the plate.
Yeah.
draw some lines.
Put it on a pile of fries.
Yeah! Ooh.
Yeah.
Everyone
Grace is
gets to
like-
try the fries.
Gray kind of just looks at it and she's like, "Thank you. I don't know what I would do without you." And she just walks away with the plate in her hand as she goes to check out carts.
Does anybody else want to go with Gray to go talk to other people, or
If
you all
Beetle are
can
done
go
with
as a
the
group?
sign-
Braun kind of
Yeah.
comes to everyone saying, if you all need to go scope out the competition, I'll look over the cart.
Thanks, you brug.
Thanks, Brug.
He gives a thumbs up.
We appreciate you.
Do we want to?
Tellem
Do we
will
want to
actually
split?
Leave everyone else to do that while he preps like cooktops and spices and everything like that.
Oh, yeah. Warm up that coffee pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to
Both will
split?
see.
Do we want to split into 2 groups? 2 people walk around and do the thingy, and 2 people stay here and prepare food.
Oh.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm also fine with that.
You 2 are really good at finding details and things. Looks over at Gray and Beetle. You 2 should be the ones going out there, especially since you points at Gray with a big smile. You are the host.
What? What? Huh?
I'm busy in the cart making food. I'm the one that can dip my hands into the fryer. And Tellem is the guy that knows the spices stuff. And Beetle's the one that's gonna do the commercial. And Brug is the security. That means that he stares at Gray, puts a hand on her shoulder, and like puts all his weighted momentum in his eyes, just staring into hers, and he goes, "You need to be the host."
She is crumpling on the spot. She is crumpling. Okay, cool, great.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, let's go. I need to find a good, thick, meaty piece of grass anyway.
Oh, okay, you lead the way. I'll follow behind you. I've got the plate.
Yippee! He hops down from the cart, and he's gonna start shuffling this way, not because of out of character decisions or out of character wants or anything like that. It was just closer.
Yeah, you're not metagaming. That's fine.
It's not metagaming. It's just closer
All right,
to where he
you
was
2 go
standing.
ahead and move yourselves to the cart you want to do. Hart and Tellem, where do you 2 want to go?
Hart turns around. He stares super seriously at Tellem after smiling and waving off Gray and Beetle. He turns around, super serious. He puts his hair up into a bun. He puts on his apron. He stares at Tellem and goes, "It's time." And he says it in the Quan Shiri tongue. He goes, "It is time."
Tellem like looks at the cart. He looks back at Hart. He's like, "You're damn right."
And he holds out a hand. he holds out a hand, waiting for Tellem to return a cool handshake.
I actually, hold on, wait. I got a thing for this.
Hand
I got a
goes
thing.
through.
No. I have to. Does it work? Does it work? Does it work? Tellem shakes Hart's hand.
Yeah.
The ghost and Hart combined. So
I
So
can
with
now
that-
physically interact with things through athletic checks because I have taken the level 6 feet ghostly grass.
Tellem can now officially be called a poltergeist, as he can possess objects.
Oh my god.
excellent.
I can hug the boy.
18 episodes. It has taken me to get to the point where I can touch things without the assistance of Mage Hand.
Finally. So for you two, go ahead and move your token where you guys want to be.
Heck yeah.
Like which cart you want to investigate. So there's 3 carts. Obviously, Beetle and Gray are heading over to one. It seems like to be a kind of like youngish guy, and he seems to be wearing a burlap sack, kind of like robe type of deal. And he also has a hood / kind of pointy hat, wizard hat type of combo, which is also made of a burlap sack. And you see he has an array of potatoes in front of him. You see that there is an elf who's in very fine dress and very like bit of jewelry here and there. You know, he's wearing makeup and things like that. And he very just gorgeous looking outfit he's basically wearing. And he seems to be presiding over bottles and glasses and things like that far to the left. But over to the right, you see that there's a cute little rat folk person, just kind of like with his little like nubby hands and stuff, going meow, 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 and just kind of like adjusting all these little bits and pieces and all these little knickknacks that this little guy has over to the right. So which one would you guys like to go? You can either join up with your friends to the middle cart and see all what's happening there and do it one at a time, or you can split up and we can try to diversify each encounter. And with the other cards, which one would you like to do? Art, Tellem?
Yeah. We are, if anything, after doing this like cool handshake, and Tellem wanted to stay at the cart. I assume that Hart and Tellem will indeed start to at least prepare a few things. Set up things like lighting the fire underneath the cauldron within the cart and similar things.
Setting up what is it? Essentially a pan full of sand and getting coffee things ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not going to.
Yeah, I need to know, are you leaving or are you only going
No.
at the cart?
No, we are preparing.
Okay,
things.
you're just prepping the cart. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're
Yes.
just prepping the cart and stuff. So I'll now change the scene over to Beetle and Gray. You
yes.
arrive at this
Sorry, we weren't
fellow.
clear about that.
Yeah, I was like, I was kind of like, did you want to split up and talk to people? Because you have time, because Bragg was giving you time to talk to folks. But it's okay. So Beetle and Gray, you go up to this fellow. As I described, he's wearing a burlap sack robe and kind of wizard hat type of deal. He has hair just kind of covering his face and stuff, but he seems sad. He's frowning the entire time. He's just kind of putting potatoes around potatoes. It's just nothing but potatoes. You know,
no.
he also has like an iron cauldron to the side and stuff, and he's kind of filling it up with some liquid and things. And he also has some like some knives and a cutting board sort of deal. And he's just kind of like, and he kind of looks up and he goes, "Hi, how can I help you?"
Howdy, neighbor.
Oh.
We're set up over there. Nice tates.
Oh,
I like
he looks.
your hat.
Oh, thanks. Hi neighbor. My name's Greg. Yeah, I just sell potatoes.
Wow, I love potatoes.
I don't.
Can't go wrong with potato.
Oh. Oh,
Oh.
why would you sell them then?
Well, my master, he was teaching me magic, but the only magic I can do is summon potatoes. See? And he lifts up a hand and he just summons a potato. And he puts it back down on the pile and goes, I'm not a real wizard. So he yelled at me and said to come here to be useful for once. So
I mean, you'll never go hungry.
Yeah, not a real wizard. You just solved world hunger with your hands, your bare hands, and nothing else.
yeah, but it's not as cool as being an actual wizard.
Okay, well, have a good trauma dump. We're gonna go over here now.
Okay, bye.
Gray will just like give him a small piece of the samplers. Here you go. Here you go, kid.
He eats it and no joy appears on his face. He
She
just
kind of awkwardly sidesteps away. She's just like,
If I could,
Beetle, wait up.
if I could spot potatoes, I would cure world hunger.
If at
What a
any point in
lousy
time,
guy.
like Tellem caught wind of this man can just summon potatoes, he's just death gripping the counter. He's like,
you have
make so much money.
you have you have
That's the reason why Tellem couldn't join these two. The story implication.
I quit being an adventurer. I just employ this guy and form a potato empire.
Tellem, roll me a perception check.
Oh no! No!
Roll me a perception check. I almost saw that 20 wink at me. You see this poor potato mancer come up, and he at the little sign, puts it down, and he says, "Potato mancer, selling potatoes, 2 copper each." Like infinite potatoes at the bottom of it, and it's in plain view of you.
And just to emphasize it, Hart is like just preparing to start just tearing through potatoes, peeling them with his bare hands, looking over at Tellem. Do you think we have enough potatoes?
It's like Tellem like kind of looks out and he looks over the infinite potatoes. I assume he sees this guy summon a freaking potato out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's going, and he's just stocking up his stuff.
And Tellem like looks away and then suddenly he's like suddenly jerks his head back and it's just like, huh?
Potatoes. Do you think we have enough? Like an entire bag of 50 goes for quite a lot these days. These tubers can be shoved into the ground and they just, they make more of themselves. That's crazy, right?
Tellem was just like, this crazy.
If only there were some way to make even more of them from nowhere.
You know what? Hart, do you think you could perhaps watch the cart for a second?
No, I think that we should keep ourselves in groups of 2.
I need to do something.
All right.
And
Well-
Tellem is gonna set what he was doing to the side. And he's gonna start to drift over to the potato mancer. We can engage in that discourse at any point in time that you want.
Brug comes into the car and taps Hart, saying, I'll help take over. You might want to stick with Tellem. You don't want anybody to pickpocket him, especially since he won't feel it, since he's transparent.
He snaps his fingers, double finger guns towards Brug and goes, I knew one could count on you. And he follows Tellem.
Good. So gonna move your guys. Beetle and Gray, before you're about to leave, you see the potato mancer put up the sign and stuff, and you see Tellem and Hart now enter into the cart, and you see Greg kind of look up and go, oh, hi, do you want a potato?
Beetle, gives Tellem and Hart a weird look, like a "What are you doing?" kind of look, like "Oh, are you guys coming?" Just a arm out, head kind of extended, squinty-eyed.
Hart shrugs.
Gray just kind of like shrugs back, her head's tilted, like when a dog's like processing, like
Yeah.
when you tell them something, they're just like tilting their head back and forth. She's just like, what?
Hi, yeah, potatoes. They're pretty good when they're fried.
Lee was actually leaning over the potatoes, and he's like looking at them, like he's like poking at them. He's, and he looks very interested in the potatoes, and he kind of like looks up at the guy and then looks back down at the potatoes, and he seems very. He would look like he was concerned if it wasn't just like so intensely staring at the potato.
You see this kid.
Comes back over.
You see this kid is like, he kind of leans over. He's like, "Do you want one?"
Lee like looks up and he's like, "Potato man, sir,
Yeah.
is what you call yourself.
I don't like it.
You
Would
can
call it root worker. Sounds cooler.
You can produce these."
Yeah. Like this. And you see him bring his hand up and just a potato just conjures right up. And he puts another one on the pile.
Damn, do you just make those or do you like steal them from somewhere?
I make them.
Tellem like does the thing where like stands up straight and he like dusts himself off like he's trying to get sand off his robes, and he like calmly places his hands behind his back and he's just like, "I see that you're a fellow practitioner of magic. How often
could call
are
it
you
that.
able to do this?"
I just learned how to make a potato spell, and that's all I can do. I can't. I can't do any other magic, except for, I can make water go, and that's it.
What is
He takes a cup of like a cup of water, and wiggles his fingers, and it just starts bubbling and stuff, and he puts it back down.
Called boiling, buddy.
Yeah, whatever.
You could solve world hunger with this. Damn it!
Like Tellem is like holding out a hand to Beetle, and he's just like, just one finger is just like, he's like, "You can this summoning of a potato spell.
Yeah.
This is a cantrip to you?
Yeah.
Are you so you can perform this ad nauseum?"
Do
Yeah.
the potatoes disappear?
No, they stay here forever. Here, look. And he kind of goes,
Like you,
he goes, another potato, and he hands you one.
Tellem's eyes go wide. Like his hands are behind his back, but you see them just clench into fists, and he's like, "Tell me, what do you do with all of these potatoes?"
I sell them for 2 copper each.
Do they taste weird?
I don't know. I don't like
Zoran,
potatoes. Yeah.
What do I need to roll to know the current market price for potatoes?
Oh my
So-
god.
To understand, you have anything that's you have mercantile lore or anything, or
I have underworld lore.
so I don't think there's a huge underworld market of potatoes. So
I have society.
society would be the best thing in this case, or
Okay.
you could try. It's different DC values for different one of these. You could try. I'll give you 3 options, or give other people who also want to do rolls. If people want to do a nature check and inspect the potatoes, you'll see how genuine and real they are. Like, what are these nutritious? Like, this is a good potato or not? Arcana or whatever. If you want to be like, what's the magical aspects of this? It's like, is this crate food but just on super drugs? Or society, to be like, how much would potatoes be going for in this city? How much of a conglomerate can you make with potatoes, you know?
Can I roll society first and then arcana afterwards to determine the magic behind it?
Sure thing. If you want to role play through it, absolutely. But I'll also encourage anybody else who wants to make a roll or to gain some knowledge.
I want to put my snoot on one of those potatoes.
Okay. I assume you're gonna do a nature.
Yes, nature check.
Okay. Beetle and Heart, you guys like to do any rolls or look at all, or just see what happens?
Beetle looks at his hand and he starts calculating if you fed one person 3 potatoes every day, how many potatoes it would take to feed the entire city. And he starts counting that on his fingers, but he runs out of fingers really quick, so he starts to panic.
He ran out after 6.
Hart wants to more or less just go with the logic of, if this guy can make potatoes, and he starts like peeling a potato, he just picks up one, starts peeling it with his thumb as he just scrapes away the peel, and like just wants to check, is this a good potato or is it like an average potato? Right. Whatever.
Yeah, nature check would be it. So cooking, yeah, cooking's fine. Cooking's fine. My bad.
Yeah.
All of you go and make me your rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll my society for the current market price of potatoes.
Oh, 20!
I put my snoot on that so good, I got a nat 20.
Shove it up her nose.
Oh, the 23.
Hart got a
market price of potatoes at outset.
and Hart got a 25 on cooking of what is the quality of these potatoes.
Excellent. So for Hart and Gray with your natural 20, you'll get the information, but Hart, you almost get to the full thing. But you both come to the same conclusion that these are great potatoes. I mean, not like the bestest quality in the world. I'm pretty sure if the kid put in a lot more effort into it, he could make the pretty damn good potatoes, you know, or different types, maybe, you know, from what you're seeing here. There's different variety of the potatoes there. And Gray, you notice that where there's like, holy shit, this kid's got some good ass potatoes. You know, these are amazing, you know, and they're different sizes, but they're pretty hefty potatoes, you know, like huge ones. Like this kid can do a lot with you can just do a lot with just one of them, you know.
Hart leans over to Tellem when he finds this out and goes, did you know that you can make alcohol out of potatoes?
And with that information, Tellem, with your society check of a 23, I'll leave you with all the conclusions you could make. There's a market here. There's a market here that you could very much exploit with this kid if he's willing to be a potato mancer all his life.
Glue,
but you're thinking of
alcohol.
like the actual money value and stuff of like what you may have known and heard, right? Just to kind of. You're thinking like this kid's kind of selling it on the cheap side. He has no confidence on his potatoes. You could probably up it by a couple more copper, probably like 7 or 10 if you really want to stretch it. But this kid's woefully underselling these potatoes.
Like Tellem is just like sitting there, and he's like, you can hear like the mental abacus clicking back and forth, almost. And he is just like, he's like, and like when Hart leans over, it's like, you know, like you can make alcohol out of these, and like Tellem is just like, that's a good quality potato, and it's like more mental abacus clicking, and like his glowing eyes are like darting back and forth. He's like, and can I now do like an arcana check to like try and I guess figure out the concept and like the magic behind this, like the quality and the permanence, because like I'm gonna be completely honest, you know, if Tellem can figure it out himself, you know, he'll be a potato mancer for the rest of his own life.
Absolutely. Make me a check.
All right. I got a plus 12 in Arcana. Roll that, and I got a 12 for a total of 24.
Hey, you could tell that as much as this kid said he's learned it. Whatever this spell is rare. No one else you feel should know that has knowledge of this type of spell. You know, wizards could just conjure food and stuff, and just be pretty happy once they learn that spell. Like, sure, it goes away, but they're able to gain energy from it from magical ways, all this other stuff. You know, there's a whole logic to it.
It's not the best food in the world.
Yeah,
like, you can't do much with
it. It's like
it.
replicator food on Star Trek or something. It's
it typically comes back at like every 10 minutes you can make one.
Yeah,
or something like that.
It's not the best thing, but this kid has somehow acquired a way, and you suspect this is more innate. This kid has actually had the ability to do this all his life. It's just unfortunately every other spell that he tries to cast turns into this spell. You're not 100% sure if it's a curse or a blessing, depending on the perspective. This kid cannot cast other spells, only on rare other occasions that he casts another spell.
But he can use magic.
Yeah, he can. Every time he casts something else, it turns into this spell. Basically, there's like you could tell from when he did the water thing, he can maybe do something else, but it's very limited. Like, he is super restricted. But for the potatoes, for the magical stuff, it turns into an actual potato. This kid has learned to turn magic to just matter. Like matter, like that stays forever till it rots. It's just as if he's a potato god in your eyes.
So with that knowledge, Tellem he like unfolds his hands from his back, and he will mage hand one of the potatoes up, and he will like have it spin in front of the kid, and he's like, you know, you asked me if I was interested in potatoes, if I wanted them.
Yeah.
I would say yes, but there is something more that I want. And I'm wondering if you are a man of business.
He kind of looks down at the potatoes, looks up at you, looks at his burlap robe and burlap wizard hat, and he kind of goes, not really.
Tellem will faux put his hands on the counter and like lean in and puts like, you know, the rings and like the bangles and everything he like wears on display. Like he's merchant flaunting at this point.
Yeah.
And he was like, how would you like to be?
Roll me diplomacy.
Oh my god.
I have a +8 for a total of 18.
Ooh.
You okay with that?
I hate when you say that.
You have
Can't
1
believe
point
Greg
left.
is gonna join our party.
That is average. That is the law of averages. Oh,
Yeah, +8. And you only rolled a 10 on the die. 50-50. Yeah.
Are you gambling?
You want to gamble, son?
Gamba? Gamba?
We'll get some gamba emotes in chat.
Get some gambling?
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Go big or go broke.
Let's see what you roll.
Oh,
I don't like be broke. Come on.
yes!
That's a 15 for a total of a 23 on diplomacy.
Excellent. He kind of looks down. He goes, I don't know. I seem dangerous. I don't know.
So Tellem will actually like put his hands out in a generous manner. He's like, tell me, my friend, what do you think of magic?
Well, it's always been my dream to be a well-established and accomplished wizard. You know, it's been my dream to learn spells and, you know, be a wizard. But now I only cast potato. He just kind of makes another one, puts it back in the pile, filling up his little stall.
Tellem like starts to like spin a tail, and he's like, let me ask you something. The great mages of our time, of our world,
Yeah.
the epic heroes that have carved themselves into forever our history, all of them have power. Whether it is power through magic, power through what was once the will of the gods, power of their own body, or the power of their minds. What if I told you that was one power out there that could gain you all of these, that could gain you any spell you wanted, that could gain you the ability to do whatever your heart desires? What do you think that power is, my friend?
Looks down. Well, not this.
And Tellem that's when he stops spinning the potato in front of him and he's like, that is where you're wrong. The power that I speak of is the power of money. Money can buy anything. In this world that the gods have forsaken, money is the ultimate existence. It can purchase you anything. Everything has a price, even the magic you so crave. And I will make you a deal now that I don't think you will ever have in your lifetime again. Work with me. Lend me your glorious power. And I will make you money. And you'll have the magic that you so desire.
Roll me a diplomacy. One last one.
Damn it! All
Shadow
right.
Wizard Money Gang.
This is influential points. You're going up different tiers. It's a system, the game mastery guide.
I rolled a 17 in total.
It's okay, because he's liked what you said before, and he kind of nods and goes, yeah, it does make a lot of sense.
Doesn't it go? In
Okay.
this world that the gods have abandoned, where people have been left,
Yeah.
where people are hungry.
Yeah, my parents also abandoned me too. Same feeling.
Oh,
Okay. All right, floaty weird man. My name's Greg, and he puts out a hand. Like,
And Tellem will go to put out a hand to shake it, and it's like, Tellem Shabura.
he
did we
tries
just
to
adopt the potato man?
he tries to grab his whoom.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah, roll the athletics, roll the athletics.
I got it.
Yippee!
He shakes Tellem's hand.
Yeah.
He shakes your hands and stuff, and goes like, well, I live my master and stuff, and he lets me sleep underneath the stairs. If you come out and call like a bird, I could come out and come meet you. We live in the Prince's Plaster.
Master, dude. If anything, this guy, just puts an arm around Tellem and points at him. He doesn't touch him because he's a ghost.
Yeah.
And he just
Like a
points
arm.
at Tellem. This is a master wizard. Have you seen this guy? He waves his hand through Tellem's head. This guy got himself back from the dead. Not once, not twice, 3 times in the matter of time that I met this guy. Do you even know this man's real name? No one does. This man has bought his way from the dead into the realm of the living, and you know what he brings to you? He brings you opportunity. And you think about your master? You should be thinking about yourself, dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you're gonna be my new master, do you have anywhere for me to stay?
In fact, I do know of a little residence that would be very, very happy to possibly have your services.
Oh yeah, they would scream and cream if you know what I'm saying.
Let's not say that. Let's not talk about the Almas like that.
They would scream, and then they would make you a nice light cup of
Potato
coffee.
cream, nice potato cream.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, I assume you guys are range and tell him where Almas is and all that other
Yeah.
stuff. And
Yeah.
and
Not
he-
only that, but we'll buy out his stock of potatoes.
you
Yeah.
want to buy all his potatoes or just
Sure.
buy them
How
out?
much is all of his potatoes?
Hey, chat.
No.
Give me a number between 200 and 500.
That's so many
Oh,
potatoes.
Christ. But it's 2 copper each, so.
like how I said
900.
200 500, they don't follow instructions. All right, we're gonna go with 380 potatoes. So 380 potatoes times 2 is 760. So that divided by, I think it's like 10. I think it's 10 copper, 10 for 1 silver. I think. I can't remember the conversion. Whatever, 760 copper. So we'll just do that math later. 760 copper for all of it. What is it, chat? Off the top of my head. Sorry, I should remember this off the top of my head, but I can't fucking remember for some reason. The conversion for copper, silver, gold is by 10 or by 100? I think it's by 100.
That should be. Is it 400 or is it 10?
It's like 404. It should be 7 gold, 6 silver. Thank you, Maddie. 7 gold,
Okay.
6 silver.
Yeah. Talim will give him 8 gold.
Joe.
Yeah.
He looks at it
man.
all. He looks at it all and he goes, "Wow, I never thought I would see this much money at once."
Talim like puts his hand over the gold as he puts it in Greg's hand, and he's like, "My friend, stay with me, and this is just the start."
It's like, I was like, okay, well, because you bought it all, I guess I'll close up shop, but I'll just keep making more if you need more during the event.
Hart
That's
puts
very
down
kind of you.
one.
Thank you.
I'll just get ready to
One
deliver
additional.
some of this gold to my master, and then I'll leave and guess I'll go to the Alma's place.
I think he deserves maybe like
Yeah.
'Cause
5 silver for your effort.
Yeah. Hart
He's
puts one.
been all right to you so far, but he
Yeah.
hasn't realized your real potential.
You're gonna piss off a gray wizard, I swear.
Hart slides over 1 gold and goes, if
He'd be
you
a
put
great wizard. I'm gonna buy his fucking tower with this kid and his potatoes. I'm gonna make him live out of his own fucking robe.
Oh my
I'll
God.
popper him. I'll become the potato king of Outset.
Hart slides over 1 piece of gold. If you put all of these potatoes behind that cart right over here, and you just say call Brug, that's the man next to the cart, and you said that Hart and Talim and Beetle and Gray sent you, you've earned this gold coin as well.
Heart, you're bleeding.
I get that.
He's had too much starch.
I am dying.
He's drying
So,
out.
so to summarize, like Greg kind of nods and goes, "Pug," and then he starts doing that. He starts transferring all the potatoes over, and
He's like Pog. He goes to move all potatoes. Like Talim like looks at Hart and like Beetle and Gray and says like, "What is Pog?"
What
I
did you
don't
just
know.
say?
I have no
I
clue.
don't know.
He's
Kids say
young.
weird shit. I'm going
Yeah.
over this way now.
Yeah, we're going to see the pretty lady over here.
lady. So you guys continue
I know
down.
it's a man. I know it's a man.
You guys continue down, and you see that there's this elven, basically bartender, really, over on the left side of the stall here. He seems to be a very elaborate display, like kind of bar setting area that he has. He seems to be just very delicately cleaning up wine glasses that have like these beautiful embroideries to them. He sees you all and he goes, "Oh, welcome to Fevelon's Delights. Would you like to partake in any wine? Maybe some very particular ale? Any lemonade, even, to freshen up your parade experience?"
I do like lemonade.
Lemons.
Oh, we were simply going around and offering samples. However, I will keep an eye on your lemonade.
Samples? From where? They look, and he looks at him. He's like, poor.
What?
Gray just kind of stares.
I pick up a
Silently.
The only way that could have been more hard is like I pick up one of his employees. I'm gonna beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Gray's out here trying to be nice, and he's just like, he looks poor. Dang!
Hart picks up a rock and crushes it in his hand because he remembers that he should be kind towards other patrons of this thing that is happening out here on the street. This individual, though, this person that just said that we were poor, from what Tellem has said, that's the greatest insult that Hart has ever heard.
I like how Chad's just like, oh no, he's classist.
He's looking at all of you and like, oh, no, thank you. I'm quite fine with my hors d'oeuvres. But can I help any of you?
What?
He just called the food poor. He didn't call you guys poor. It's like, you took it that, which is correct, but
Yeah.
he did ask, like, where did you get that from?
What is that?
Ray
Hey.
kind of just looks like sad. She's just kind of sad looking now. Like, you just kicked a dog.
Yeah. He does not
Jake,
care.
like- No, of course
Hey,
not.
Soren,
Yes.
Hart wants to find the most weird thing that this guy is selling that could evoke the largest, like, just irrational scheme. That now the evil alignment within Hart's head starts to churn. As I want to roll perception or like lore cooking or whatever. I want to find the scandal piece in this man's tent. If this guy is selling something like a wine that is actually made by like a mass murdering super wizard or something like that,
You're gonna
I
vibe check his fucking inventory?
I want to cancel this man.
On the outset social media.
Here to check the vibe.
All right.
God.
All right, sure, absolutely. Roll me perception. I think that'd be the best as you're looking for stuff.
Yeah. I roll a 5 for a total of 17. I will use my hero point.
Okay, all right, you're gonna re-roll.
Heck yeah, I will. And let's see if
I
this
use my
is-
hero point to be petty.
Yeah, no, big time. Big
Oh, it's
time.
worse.
Oh, no, I rolled a 2.
You rolled
for
a
total
2.
14.
Yes.
No!
You do not you're looking around all the wines and stuff, and you find one that only to your mind seems to be a problematic piece. Chat, give me a name. Give me a goofy name for a wine. Give me a goofy name for a wine. Something ridiculous. Something dumb. I'll pick one out from chat. I'll pick one out from chat, and we'll pick that as the name. Let's see.
Bunger.
Man, this really is a dark fantasy world. You either
I'll take
die
Bunger.
a hero or you
I
live to
can't
see your
believe it's-
character become Twitter.
It's Bunger from Bug Snacks. We just grabbed the actual
well,
thing.
it's take Bunger. You think you think this is an origin of something horrible. Come up with anything, but it says Bunger, in which to everybody else, this is just normal cheap wine. Something that you don't want to bring out the good stuff for a public event like
Okay.
this. This is a good cheap wine. Just get your drunk off and taste the grapes and stuff. It's generic wine. But to you, oh my God, how dare he do
Hart
this?
squints and looks at this man as if he was like 5 feet shorter than he actually is. Hart just stares at him with utter disgust that only a beautiful person can make. Like, this is the type of person that
It's like a
at
Kim
this mo-
Kardashian.
yeah, this is almost that situation where whenever the pretty girls at high school looked at you and made like a little confusion look, either at you or someone you knew, made like of a look at you. That is what Hart does to this man. Even if this is not the worst wine crime that Hart has ever seen, he's gonna fucking make that into a thing. Hart is gonna ruin this guy's fucking career as he goes, Bunger, huh?
Oh, yeah, she's very popular here with the, he looks around. People.
Yeah, Bunger. You were someone that stated that this food looked poor, right? And you were not that keen on sampling the food because it looks poor, right?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I don't know where you found it, but it still looks, alive and wriggling.
It's made from vegetables, but hear me out though. Making wine out of curdled sheep's milk is not the greatest choice when you're questioning if it's made for poor people, quote unquote.
Is he saying this loud enough for everyone to hear?
Oh yeah, big
You
time.
made wine out of cheese?
Yeah, you can. You can use the actual
wait, can
like.
you actually wait? Can you? Hold
Yeah,
on
yeah,
a
you can-
second.
you
I'm
use the
sorry. I
bacteria-
don't mean to interrupt.
No,
Can
no,
you
yeah,
actually
yeah,
make wine
you
out of
use the-
cheese?
You use the bacteria flora from anything, and you can like activate a wine from it.
Can I assist Hart in what he's doing? Can Beetle find like just a fruity looking alcoholic beverage and pick up the bottle? He gets up on his tippy toes, picks it up, and he's looking it over. He's like, "What? Where'd you source this? Did somebody sell you Pruno? This is prison wine. You know that, right?"
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So-
If you like Bunger, that is fine. But from what I can see in you, you sell Bunger to people you look down on. And I look around here and I see my fellow Bunger drinkers,
Yeah.
and you do not seem to be one.
So, because Hart, you are confident that, sorry, Cam, one second.
No, it's
Since
fine.
you are confident in what you're saying, because you don't know any different,
Yeah.
you roll me intimidation, and Beetle, you're lying, so deception.
Yeah, try to make it seem like a
And-
stock.
And sorry, Tallene, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just like Talima's just like is like leaning back to like the lady behind him. He's like hand over his mouth. It's like oh, you can't. He's like, you can't find a good wine merchant these days. They're all so snooty. They don't understand people's tastes.
Yeah, roll me deception on your side as well, Cabal.
I'm going to hero point mine because I rolled an 11 for a total of 15.
Okay.
I rolled a 17 for a total of 26.
Okay, with my hero point used, I rolled 11 for a total of
rolled a
25.
I rolled a 6 for a total of 14.
Awesome.
Wait, Am
Okay.
I reading this right? Yes. Okay. Sorry.
So with everyone's stuff, basically for your intimidation of a 26 Heart, Beetle's deception of a 25, and Tallene with your snide thing of a 14, people, you start noticing several onlookers start to hear you and come over, and one was like, "Fucking cheese," you know, like, and it's like really, like, I don't want bacteria in my drink. That'll get me sick. It's like, oh damn, really? He's selling this terrible drink to other people. Like, oh no, you know, and the crowd starts coming in, and it's like, and his hair looks dumb anyway, and like, you know, they start to seem to be on your
stealth to
side.
kind of like fade into the crowd.
Absolutely, roll me a stealth check.
Homer Simpson's bush gift.
I get a 26 to just kind of like
You just fade
Homer
away.
Simpson into the crowd.
Like,
Can Gray pipe up for a sec?
absolutely.
She's just like, poor. The only thing here is your attitude. These are from Quanshir. These are delicacies. You are rude.
Roll me diplomacy.
Oh crap.
Snap, snap, snap.
Snap, snap, snap.
Gray's
Where's
hands
my
are full, so
diplomacy?
Beetle snaps in the
Does-
S formation for her.
Does Gray throw her head from side to side when she says it with attitude?
Yeah.
Does she
That is
flip
a
her hair?
14 for a total of 16.
So with your 16, you see him, you see Fevenon basically just kind of like a slight panic as he's seeing his dear gullible customers not wanting to drink his cheap wine due to all your accusations. Going, you must understand that Bungar here is an excellent vintage that is affordable to the masses. You wouldn't want to come here to a festival, everyone, and spend all of your hard-earned coin on something way too extravagant and such. Of course, you're saving your goods for the finer restaurants here on Queen's Palasta, and I'm just giving you a taste of the good life, something that's affordable for your coin purses. Don't let these ruffians try to besmirch the Bungard's good name. The vineyards of here far off into the swamps of the solitude are a fine vintage squeeze from excellent, beautiful grapes and fruits that come in for the very purified swamplands and near the coastline, far off of the city of Outset. Don't let them stop you. And he's going to try to persuade them all with his mercantile lore, and he has to beat a 25. He rolls a natural 20.
Oh, shit!
You see all of these people turn from you and just basically just going like, oh, really? It comes just delectable fruits. And say, oh my, well, I definitely don't want to spend all my hard-earned money, right now, but I just need something to little sip on during the break. Like, oh my, I could probably bring a bottle or so. Use it as a Christmas gift for 5 years out that I don't care about. And and they all seem to be coming up to the stall. How do you guys want to retort at all, or?
I am just flabbergasted by that 30. Holy crap.
Hart sees this charlatan perform his acts. He knows the acts of a cunning merchant, and he too sneaks away into the crowd. I want to go off screen over to Brug, and I want to go, Brug.
Yeah.
I want you to do a thing.
Yeah, what's that?
You are a man of. He looks down at the ground as if he's a bit ashamed to bring it up. You are a man who knows how to break another person's livelihood.
Are you asking Brug to continue being a gang member?
Brug, I don't want to call you in for this. Brug, are you capable of starting a fire?
What? No!
Brug looks at you hard. And he sees that you're ashamed of yourself and he goes, Hart, why are you asking me to do this?
There's a mean elf and he said bad things about our food, man.
You see,
He thinks about our food. And
here, I'm gonna slide you over here and change this perspective.
To commit arson.
Yeah, man, I want to kill him, but
Just a little arson is a treat.
Brug,
man, I just want him to be gone, man. He has said some
to do the
things. I really
picturesque
like
setting
food.
here, that Brug is like working on all prepping the food and stuff for prepping the cart and everything, like he's a single dad, he knows how to prep stuff. And he kind of wipes his hand off with a towel, puts it off to the side, and kind of puts a hand on you, Hart, and he goes, Hart,
Yeah,
there's a lot of mean people in this world.
yeah.
Reacting to people just being unsavory with violence isn't the way. If
I
you
could crush his head.
killing Hart is never the answer. I encourage you.
Brug, I could wield him like a club.
I get that. That's
Liam
fucked up.
just like pops around the corner. He's just like,
In case people didn't hear it because of the audio and stuff in the background, Captain, sometimes it's the answer. So, but sorry if you got lost. So Brug's like, no. You see, whenever Vishta or so ever got in the problems or people were really mean to her, and as much as she had a murderous tendency to want to stab and maim them or so, like, how dare they treat somebody else
Yeah, how
poorly?
dare they? They should get stabbed.
No, Hart, they shouldn't. We need to be better than those of the Tyrants Guild that go around this city killing people. We need to be better than some of the more brutal people from Croc's gang who just rampantly just destroy people's lives. You want to know how you can tell that snooty elf to shut up?
I eat him.
No. No.
Then he will never speak again.
That's not how we need to sell our things more. We need to beat him out of here. We need to make sure all of his customers come to us Instead, I mean, we have a good selection of stuff here. We need to be the better cart. We need to outsell that guy to prove that his product is worse, and people decide to spend their money with us instead. We need to prove that we are better than him, because all he will do is wallow in his self-pity, knowing that he's a failure, Hart, and then we can continue with our lives and stick with our business. We should not kill. We should not maim, and we should not murder. We need to be better, Hart.
Hart rubs his chin and smiles. I know. We aren't killing him. We're killing his legacy.
Yes, Hart. Kill the legacy, not his body.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Yeah. Thanks, Brog.
No problem, Hart. I assume you all just leave the elf at this point.
Yeah, I want to say that like Gray like just grabbed Beetle and just kind of like snuck back into the crowd while he's dealing with people.
Yeah.
As you guys
all
are,
that was happening, we came back.
As you guys are leaving, you go. I'm glad that the pull cart's not going to be any problem. Anyway, come get some wine, everyone. And he seems happier than ever, selling a whole bunch of wine. I'll see you on the losers bracket.
You gotta kick him right in his legacy. God dang.
So
I could throw a rock at him, right?
So that you guys come back to your car. Cabal, do you want me to move Tellem or?
Yeah, I was looking at stuff. Yeah.
So you guys are at your cart. There is one other cart you guys can go investigate if you want to kind of scope out the competition, or
Yes,
you guys
please.
can finish your prep.
Last checkout, knowing what is nearby. Now Hart has an invigorated spirit in that he needs to know the weaknesses of his fellow competition.
Yes.
Because now he's hyped, and
Yeah,
when
it's
he
on.
when he slides over, when Tellem appears, he goes, Tellem, I need you to be on that coffee, and I need you to make coffee into the people of this land. I need you to get them addicted.
Tellem, he looks up from the pot of sand that he's starting a fire under to like heat the sand up, and he looks over and he's like, I don't think you've ever had blood-eye coffee. That's so simple.
We're the good guys. We're the good guys.
Yeah, we're the good guys. We're the good guys.
Yeah. Gray's gonna wander on over to the other side because she's just trying to get the bad taste out of her mouth because that elf.
Yeah, let's check what else is around here. Hey, I have a great marketing plan. We're gonna metaphorically kill the heck out of that guy, Hart. You hear me? We'll talk about
You
it on
should
the way back.
stop
Let's check
saying.
Let's check out this cart. And then we go check out
Okay.
the cart. No, he says that to them like as they're walking over to it. He doesn't we're gonna kill the cop as they get.
Literally kill the competition.
So you guys head over to this other stand, and you see it's a little rattling folk. You see this rattling folk. It's a cute little guy wearing kind of like a kind of darker coat with some gold trim stuff. Has little hand wraps and things. Think of like a very realistic mouse, chat, or realistic rat mouse, whichever one. Very cute, adorable little guy, and he just seems to be just kind of has like a little cloth layout thing on their table, putting all these little bits and bobs, like little trinkets, little items and things. And see the person will kind of see the little rat folk go like look up at you all and go,
Oh, hi. So I didn't expect customers right now. I'm just finishing up. Hi, my name's Packpock. It's so good to see you.
he kind of like wiggles his little claw fingers a little bit and kind of places another thing.
Oh, would you like something precious? A little something for a sweetheart, even. All of these have been excellent choices I found along my little adventures.
You're a little bit. Oh, we're your neighbor. We're just setting up our cart over there, but we're selling food, so don't worry. We're not gonna. We won't have to butt heads or anything like that. Let me see all your knickknacks. Wow, I love knickknacks. I love them.
They say, oh, that would be excellent to see. It's good to meet you, neighbor. And he extends out a little paw for you to handshake.
Beetle half climbs on the counter to shake his paw.
Oh, careful of the merchandise.
Ah, sorry.
Gray will offer one of the hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah,
Is
this
it-
is the
samples.
food. If you get hungry at any point, and if you like it, yeah, you try some.
Oh, I'm so much starving. I haven't ate in a couple days, so this will be
Oh my
delectable.
gosh, take some.
He'll take one and go, nope.
What? No, take more. Take multiple.
I say, oh, okay. He starts going, bloop,
It's
bloop,
okay. We
bloop,
had
bloop,
someone
bloop,
very
bloop. He starts
rude.
going faster. he starts eating half of it.
She'll like start taking like the plate away. She's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's
Yeah,
good
yeah.
enough.
Oh, sorry. It's been a
Oh,
while.
it's fine. You know what? You just took the portion for the guy who was super rude to us.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Was it, who was rude? Was it that potato kid? Was he? He gives me a bad vibe.
No. It was elf further down selling wine. Little rude.
Oh, that fucko. Oh, got it.
Oh, I like you.
Yes, he reminds me of one adventuring party I was going with. I work with the Delvers Guild sometimes. I'm a carrier. Basically, I bring the items back up to the surface when a party dies.
Oh.
So all the loot and little bits are lost, and sometimes I skim off the top. Don't tell anyone. And he kind of leans in, whispering that. And he's like, "But these are all the things I've collected." It's this is one has a family in it. And he shows a locket, pops it open, and it looks like a happy, like burly man with his wife and kid. It has a bit of red on the chain.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Well, Gray sweats a little bit. Your
I
secret is safe
knew
with
the
us.
moment you had a cute little rat person pop up, and you're like, oh, it just look like a little rat, and oh, his cute little mouse. I'm like, this guy is gonna be morally gray as fuck. I knew it.
Oh, you got any teeth?
Oh, I do actually. And he brings up a full jar. They're a bit mixed in. I'm sorry. I'm not really good with sets.
Oh, can I look at all your teeth?
Mine or the jar?
The jar!
Absolutely. And he would like shove it over. It's a big fucking jar
Holy
filled
crap.
with teeth.
Beetle opens it and just starts like rifling through, picking teeth out, looking at them. He holds one up to Gray. Look at the cavity on this one.
Oh, they didn't take care of their teeth very well.
You rifling through that jar like a dice container at a hobby shop.
Yeah. Beetle's gonna look up how much for a few teeth.
Like, oh, I usually sell them by the little bags. And he brings up a little bag and he kind of shows the teeth and go, oh, I put numbers on them so you can use them like playing sets. Thanks for the idea, Cav. He's like, see, this one has 1 through 8. I call it a teeth 8. And this one has 10 out of the 10 sides. Oh, and the big orc one, I had to top it off. This one has 20 sides.
That's a lot of sides.
I sell them in a little set so you can play gambling games. There's a couple people here, very unsuitable fellows who were very interested in these to gamble with. Oh, here you go. That'll be 5 copper, please. And he takes out both of his hands and goes, give me money.
Beetle forks over 5 copper. I'm not much of a gambler. I just like teeth.
It's like, so you buy yourself a set of gambling teeth.
Yep.
What other goodies besides like teeth does Packpock have?
Roll me a perception check just to get a good lay of the land.
Perception, we're gonna do a roll for a perception. That's an 8 for a total of 18.
Okay, Beetle, would you like to make a perception check as well?
Yeah. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just making the item. Set of gambling teeth. Close. Okay.
I like how this episode's the party actually goes to a convention.
It is like that. That is a total of 28.
Excellent. So Gray, you see that it has just an array, or Peckpock here has just an array of just little bits and bobs, just random stuff. Think of a mobile thrift store, and you just see like obviously some's been used of random items and stuff. There's like some boots and still got crud on it and blood. And
I went to Outset and all I got was this crappy t-shirt.
yeah, and there's all of that stuff. But Beetle, you notice that Peckpock has something behind him, and it's kind of glass case sort of thing. It's still half covered by a piece of cloth, and you notice that is a bit shiny or so. It's a very, very intricate looking like piece of jewelry, it looks like.
Pog, what is that behind you that you haven't set up yet?
That's a well, I found it during one of my excursions with somebody, and he opens it up and stuff, and he brings it over, and it is a ring, basically, kind of a ring, and then like a necklace around like this podium that holds this ring. It's like it's a couple of items that I basically brought back really after an unfortunate excursion with a Delver's party. Apparently when I looked at it, it gave me quite a weird feeling with it all, but I thought it was majorly special, and some of the wizards in the Delver's Guild confirmed that it was magical, and so I have it on the display piece as my big selling point. It could really help me out if people bought it.
One of my friends is actually into magic and stuff. Could I have him come take a look at it?
Oh, of course.
I like that shine. 1 second, Greg.
Oh. So there he goes.
All of a sudden, I just hear like, what is it? Like dark and darker, wet feet slapping. Just
yeah.
like.
Yeah, the wet slapping feet of Dark and Darker coming straight towards you. Delay!
Beetle is approaching.
Oh, look, I bought this bag of teeth!
And Tellem like looks up and he's like, you know, he's got he's like holding like coffee pots and stuff like that, and he looks down, he's like, I cannot say that I am surprised, but for some reason I always am.
The guy who I bought them from, he's got a really shiny necklace, and he said it might be magical. Can you check if it's cursed?
I got you, Tellem, Hart says as he starts like just shoving around the warm sand with his bare hands.
But Tellem, like, when Beetle's just like, can you check if it's cursed? And Tellem just like, he does the thing, like, you know, where you like dip your head down a little bit and you like tilt it to the side, like, really? Really?
And he turns and he's running away.
I suppose I should, before Beetle touches it and maybe gets.
Gree's been making small talk with the merchant the entire time because she's just
like,
left.
Tellem floats out the card. He's like, do it for your friends. Do it for your companions, Tellem. Patience. The patience that only the dead can have.
Delay, come on! Float faster!
So like he floats over until he sees Packpock, and like he looks down at like Beetle and looks at Gray, and it's just like does the hand motions like so.
Look! And he points back at the necklace that's been uncovered. Can we take a better look at it? Can I hold it? Can I touch it?
Okay, just don't run off with it. I know how to throw these things. And he flashes a dagger like shrink, and it like shows up, goes away like he's an expert.
I won't. I just gave you money for teeth. I'm not gonna run with your necklace.
It's like, okay, and he'll undo the glass thing for you and allow Tellem to inspect it.
Okay, I guess I'd
Arcana check is basically.
yeah. Lean in and do a he who funny Arcana check. I got a +12, so I roll a 5 for a total of 17. As Tellem like kind of like leans over and like casually hems and haws over it.
So, unfortunately, you can't identify both with that roll. You do know that they are magical. Now, are they cursed? You can't quite tell, but. You know, basically looking at this type of stuff, it's going to cost a lot of gold to buy these two things, but you can tell that the necklace, or kind of like the amulet type of deal, is like, you know, it's something about protection really. It protects the wearer from something. You're not quite sure what, though.
Lean like he kind of like leans over. He's like, and he looks over at Beetle's like, I can't tell if it's cursed. To be honest, I don't really care. I've made of the business deals that I care to make today. It definitely has some sort of protective enchantment over it. Are you interested in it?
I like how shiny it is.
Again, I am not surprised, but for some reason I am.
I can hang my teeth from it.
Gray kind of leans
You
over.
could. I have coffee to make to put a snooty elf in their place.
Wait, but
Can I
so
go back? Can I go
wait,
back to doing
wait.
that?
One second. Gray leans over to Talim. She's like, depending on how much he's selling it for, someone else could get it, and that could put us in a weird spot.
And like the thing like kind of like turns around and like puts his back to what is it to Packpock, like he's trying to like have like kind of a private conversation, but like at the same time you can just see through him. He's
Yeah.
He's like, but how much is he looking for it? Like, does he even know what it does?
Gray just kind of like shrugs, and she's like, "Hey, how much is this?" The amulet.
Oh, well, I'm selling it as like a pair, like a together thing, and that's going to be about 400 gold.
No. Beetle
Gray kind of just
visibly
stops.
deflates.
Gray just stops. She's just like, never mind.
It's okay.
It's the same reaction I get all the time. And he covers it all back up and stuff and puts it back behind him.
Hey, Soren.
Beetle's
Yes.
lip quivers.
Hart comes over in a regular fashion. Can I spend my hero point to make a narrative declaration?
Tell me what it is first.
Okay, cool. My narrative declaration would be that since Hart is a homeless person and has been a homeless person since he got to Outset, and he has wandered about for quite some time until he, actually got to meet his friends, can I know this mouse?
You would have to make me a society check. And have to
Yeah.
be a hard one.
Yeah, of course. I'm into it.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Yeah.
And you don't need to
rolled
spend a hero point for that one.
an 18 for a total of 21.
That's what I want. If you probably have not been around the Delvers Guild all that much or so, but you will not know Packpock personally, but you probably have heard of Packpock's job and probably would understand that you probably maybe have seen Packpock randomly on the street and just thought of nothing of it. But you would know of what Packpock's profession is, which is basically like Delvers go down, pretty much think of dungeoneering going down and stuff. And then there's someone who also can kind of follow them as a carrier, and basically whenever they loot stuff, instead of the party carrying it all, they give it to someone else.
And then they pawn it off, etc.
Yeah, they take care of all of that, and they're the one who manages all the money and stuff and splits it to people. They take care of all that stuff. So Packpock here is technically doing their job right now.
Hi there.
Oh, hi.
You see, Packpock is scared of you and immediately kind of scammers down the table, going,
How can I help you?
Yeah, actually, I know that you are a, you're a pawnbroker for Delvers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you know that we are associated with some Delvers too?
Yeah.
Cool. So, hear me out. Since we have some associated business, would you mind, due to being neighbors and all that, that if you have any recommendations to any of your patrons when they come by and buy your awesome little stuff, and he looks at these things, as we all know, art is all about aesthetic. So he actually genuinely looks at all of these things, the jewelry man that he is. And if they are willing to buy one of your earrings or one of those things, I don't know what that piece of garment is called, but if they buy one of those, and if they seem hungry or they are thirsty, could you recommend them to just come right over to us, and we will recommend them to go to your place in case they want to, you know, find something nice for that special someone, or maybe to, you know, amp up their style a little bit.
Yeah, if we see anybody without earrings or necklaces or boots, we could be like, "Hey, you look like
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
got
roll-
the kind
roll
of
me-
face where you'd look real nice in some trousers." And points at like a disheveled.
It's just a
dirty
rail of disheveled, pantsless,
Yeah.
homeless guy just tottering by. And it's like, I like that guy.
You know what? Just so I can have it as a conversation piece, do you have any earrings I can buy? Just to go like, oh yeah, I bought them from this guy, like just the neighbor over.
You want to buy first, and then okay. He does.
Well, I have these. It was from a goblin couple, and they had matching earrings. One had the left one, and one had the right one. And here you are. And he kind of like brings them up, and you know, kind of
What's a
rattles his
goblin?
hand. And so
The
it's
ears
like
are still attached to them.
they're pickled now. You know, just
he'll present them, going, oh, they're fine and lovely folk. And he'll present them up and stuff. And I was like, oh, this will be, since it was a very precious set for them, and has some intricate carvings on them. I think about 50 silver will be good.
How about 2 gold?
It's like, okay.
That's 1 gold. That's 1 gold for each one of them.
He's like, not gonna argue.
Yeah.
takes the 2 gold.
You're like, give me money.
Yeah.
He gives it to him and smiles
And,
nods, and goes,
and for the
"You
extra
remi-
money. Sorry.
You remind me of someone." And he smiles a little bit as he's reminiscing.
At
what
that,
am I rolling?
the confidence dies in Pack-Pock, immediately back to no longer being comfortable. And now you have to roll me diplomacy.
Okay, cool. I roll a 14 for a total of 18.
A Pack-Pock just kind of nods. Going,
Yeah, I'll bring people over if they're thirsty and hungry.
Yeah, thank you.
And cool. We'll send people over your way if we see they have particularly fat purses. Oh, nobody!
You see Pack-Pock is just kind of shaking a little bit, going, thank you for your service, please go.
Okay. What did you do?
Art wanders over. No, it's probably that he knows that heart kills people.
Grace's just gonna go. She's just like, what the fuck just happened?
She's gonna freaking eat me.
So as you guys go back to your cart, getting ready for everything, you notice something is coming up to you.
Something.
You're not quite sure 100% what this thing is. But you see this thing kind of like floating along. It has multiple limbs, kind of first talking to the elven merchant, and you're going like, what do you mean? It's Boon Ka, you know, and you see here the explanation past all the people. It continues to get closer. It gets to the potato mancer. And you see it kind of multiple arms. It has a big headpiece around it and just kind of like just shiny, like gem looking thing in the seemingly hat from a distance. Multiple hands extend and start kind of writing on this scroll. But then it gets to all of you. And what you see is this.
Oh, he looks cool.
Is this creature, this being or so, and as it kind of comes up to all of you, it has like this kind of roll out scroll and stuff, and you see like an arm comes out from under its robe and scribbles on it, taking notes and various things, and it leans forward to the entrance of your cart, and it goes, name and what are you selling? This vessel wishes to know. And we're gonna go take our break.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Welcome back, everyone.
That was such a good edit. That piece was never gonna
Wow.
go into the VOD.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. All those people who didn't
Wow.
hear the Q&A session that we're now doing
I
live on
know.
Twitch, not going to be on YouTube. You got to come to Twitch now to come listen to it and
No,
ask
they're
us
good.
questions and stuff.
They missed
Chill,
the plot
chill,
twist
chill,
questions.
chill.
Gosh.
Yeah. There was all those interesting questions about people's characters and the campaign and stuff. Like, oh, wow, they should come to twitch.tv/narrative declaration. Come watch the campaign. You know, get all that, be able to come talk to us personally and stuff.
That's right. That's right.
Being a snide fucker about it. Sorry. Anyway. So
Look,
you guys,
I
so
play a merchant, okay? I'm already snide. I'm in the mindset.
I used to be a car salesman. I'm already an asshole. So what you see before you, where we just left off, for YouTube, it's probably just for a second. You see this crystallized being. You're not quite sure 100% of. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the tone for this a little bit with some music.
Oh,
Uh,
Our nice medieval fantasy fair music has been interrupted by creeping dread.
So this creature comes up to you. You're not quite sure what it is, but as it approaches your cart, you see it's taking various notes as it looks at you, Tellem. Several scribbles happen. It looks to you, Hart. Several scribbles happen. You, Beetle. One scribble. Gray.
what?
Several scribbles.
he just writes dog and moves on.
And it looks at you all and it asks the questions again. I'm going like, it's like, who is working this cart and what are you selling?
We're here on behalf of the Elmas.
Elma's, huh? He scribbles.
Yeah, and we're selling blood-eye coffee, iced, cream liqueur, normal.
The lights and dishes from the distant lands of Quanshir,
Yeah.
made by those from the lands themselves.
and it's authentic. It ain't no person who just went there and brought some stuff back.
Authentic.
Multiple scribbles are happening, and it goes, and it rips off piece of paper and hands it to you with the number. It says like cart number 45.
Thank you.
Have a
That
good
is your
day.
number. If the High Conserve himself, Kurdanan, approves of you, your number will be called.
Cool.
Approved.
Thank you.
What is it?
Did you not receive the letter talking about the contest to meet with His Holiness?
Yes, we did. You have
Oh,
to.
approve as in if we win. Okay, sorry.
My associate is a bit scattered brain. Oh dear scribe.
I notice.
And you see its hand turn to you, Tellem, and you notice something. Most of you just been seeing like an orb, like this crystal in this hat, sort of like rigid structure looking thing that kind of looks like a big ear hat sort of bit. But you notice as it turns, you see a shimmer of a skull that kind of flashes at you a bit, but it doesn't look human. It looks like a kobold skull, and it like flashes a bit and goes right back in.
What?
Oh.
Hey.
All right, thank you. We will get back to work.
Good. This vessel will continue.
And you see this thing will just skitter along back to the rat, and you hear, "Eep," you know, as it gets to the rat folk or so. And it continues on down, checking every cart, checking on everything, just registering everybody, and it leaves.
Can I roll a knowledge arcana to know if that was a construct or anything like that?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll it for me.
Okay.
Would anybody else like to make a roll to figure out what the hell that was?
What would it be survival or society or?
Society, Arcana. You could try nature, but that might be very hard.
I rolled a 6 for a total of 18.
Okay.
I can try society. It's a +1, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try
'Cause, like-
society as well in case he's seen or heard about those things.
That's a no. That's a total of a 3. I don't know what that is at all.
Can I roll can I roll a religion, since I've heard that Kernan is like a faith man?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I rolled a total of 24.
Okay.
I rolled a total of 22.
Okay, so for all of your rolls, Tellem, you can't 100% confirm, but from what you saw of this creature coming by, you don't know exactly what it is. As you suspect these things don't go out in public all that much, or it's like super common that people, at least around here on this continent, will see. But you do know that like whatever built it or have its hands constructed, because you notice its hands are made of like kind of like metal pieces or twisted metal and stuff, and in things have in letterings and runes have been etched on its body and stuff, and the crystal of it basically forming its head with the skull and stuff that seems to somehow be like magically floating in there. Whatever made it was intricate work. Like you don't even think certain master wizards would be able to figure this thing out.
It's a creature or constructed being of like no small undertaking.
Exactly.
Okay, that is what Tellem is afraid of.
So for Beetle and Heart, for Beetle for your 24 society and Heart for your religion for 22, like you'll come into the same summary that that you understood, like for the big airship from the very start of the campaign, it was mentioned like big airship was kind of parked near the city of Outset, and pretty much the kingdom of Dern, like its subjects have arrived here in the city of Outset in a big parade that they were going to attend to and do all this stuff. They've been, you know, that they're here for a reason. No one knows why. Normally it's for trade or something else like that, or negotiations with the assembly here in the city of Outset. But for you, that's what you know where they're from. As to what they are exactly or what that being was, you've no idea. So for you, Heart, for your religion check for the see like faith man of what Cardinan's from, the high conservance is something that you don't 100% know about. It's not something that's regularly practiced here, but a lot of rumors and a lot of talk have gone through. And you probably heard through the parade, or maybe out from talking to people in the tavern that you've stayed at and stuff. The high conservance is basically a belief that doesn't exactly follow a god, but it's a large population-based faith that believes that the
spiritual mindset.
Yeah, a spiritual mindset of people should not be leaving their souls from this material plane, and it must be conserved here to continue serving a higher means. For the king or for the subjects of its people, to help improve people's lives. Why leave when there's work to be done? Is the mentality that a lot of these people have. That's as far as you know.
Tellem as he like thinks about this, and just ponders, because that sounds very familiar.
Well, with that,
They were spooky.
that is gone, and of course, then the music will shift or so back into Happy Parade. Everyone's still having a good time. Everyone's ready. And you start to hear loud cheers from way far off to the left as you notice just drums and everything, just bomb, you know, just horns and everything begin to blare as the parade has finally reached all of you. But all of you need to sell things. Now it's time to sell. Now it's time to get rid of things. You know, just think of just think of Aladdin at this. I would play something like it, where like you know, just think of that music going.
Yeah.
I would play something like it, but I have nothing in my library for that.
So here's the thing, Zoran. Remember one of those things that I said that I needed for the prep was 2 cantrips, right?
Yes.
So one of them was a little cantrip called musical accompaniment.
Oh.
So we will actually look around the card at everybody. It's like, are we ready to go?
Oh yeah. Heart, are you ready to help me with the thing? Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
God.
Oh no. Oh no.
So Salty's muted on Discord.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Just give someone some time. She's probably talking to all that stuff. But
but if everybody is like oh we're good to go, then Clem will actually snap his fingers, and as he begins to work on coffee and get that ready and everything like that, a music befitting of a Quan Shiri stand starts to just kind of play.
So immersive.
oh,
Yeah, I've got to just re-up it every minute. It's 2 actions. It's a cantrip. I can do it ad nauseum. So
I don't know how well fitting it is, but I have Halfling Festival playing from Tabletop Audio. That's all. It sounds like that right now.
It's a thing. It gives us +1 on performances.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
Wait, while you're doing the music thing, was that a joke, or do you actually give us +1 to performance?
No, it actually gives +1 to performance.
That's so good, because I have a performance planned, or Beetle has a performance planned, but I need heart.
Oh no!
Heart is very important. Heart is so important. I need heart.
Oh,
It's generic Quan Chirin Desert music, because that's what we're doing. We're working.
It's okay. We can save your performance thing when Salty come back.
Okay.
They sent a message in Discord, so they have to take care of something. So so with that, I assume you all are now kind of working in the cart. I'll kind of move you guys for the cart and stuff, kind of doing stuff. So as you guys are getting ready, we're gonna get all your coffee stuff prepared, food things, everything else. The first thing you see coming down this large road, you see a bunch of people, a bunch of fancy dressed dancers and stuff. They're doing an elaborate display. Musicians are just blaring. Everything is wonderful and happy. People are cheering. You're starting to hear fireworks and see fireworks explode into the night sky. And you see a big elephant float like thing come by. Pretty much a think of it as like a humanoid elephant head type character that's on top of this float, and it's a big magical display as this thing kind of starts coming by. I would put a shit ton of tokens before and after it, but let's just save ourselves some lag for Foundry. But this thing begins to cross by. Now, for all of you, forget we had a cough.
Okay.
Now, for all of you, you're out your cart and there's a bunch of customers around. How would you guys like to bring in some customers?
Gray is up front. She's got her nice fancy dress. Salty did draw something very cute. So I'll put that on Twitter later for people. But
and put it in Discord. I can show it off.
Because it's also got Beetle in it.
What?
Yeah. Let's go. We have to grab it. Where did it go? Oh no. Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay, but Gray is up front. She's got she's got the sample platter. She's bringing people in. She's waving for them to come on in. She's smiling. She's got her best welcoming vibes going on right now.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh my god, yes.
All right, chat. 1 second. I'm trying to prop it for you. There you go. I got it on screen.
There you go, chat.
These are the canon outfits right now.
Okay, so any particular action you're doing, or just
she's kind of doing a little dance. She's got a little dance she's doing right now, while very carefully handing out samples and stuff to welcome people on in.
Okay.
And she's like, if you want a drink or if you want something to eat, we've got plenty. We've got lots of variety. Come in.
Oh, well, I really want something to eat and drink. I think I'll partake.
And you see there's a dwarf that comes up to you. Roll me performance.
Okay. Performance, we're rolling. That's a 4. I'm gonna re-roll that.
You
All
can
right,
do it.
Chat,
You can do it.
If anybody subs right now, I'm taking the names and I'm putting you in as the character that comes up and talks to him.
Okay, I re-rolled that for
You rerolled from a 6 to a 13.
Yes, I did.
Let me knock
is
you
the
down a
word.
hero point. So,
Pain.
so to help out, Salty, Froggy was waiting on you to do a bit thing or so, but you see Minerva's character Gray is doing things like, oh, come get drinks and everything. I was like, oh, well, I'm not quite sure. Maybe that elf's ale looks quite wonderful right now, you know. And it seems to be faltering. Do you two want to do anything to try to help out Gray?
Absolutely. So Beetle will jump up onto the top of the cart with his trusty grass reed, and to the beat of the nice desert music that's playing, he'll go, I say, yeah, buddy, rolling like a big shot, kebab spinning on the spit, and it don't stop. Fresh coffee pot,
Check.
food inside.
Check.
Is the outside seating and the tables wide?
Yes.
Are the cups big?
What?
Does it taste good?
Good.
Lean back, right hand on the pine wood. Tea on the inside, seats on the outside. Tea on the inside, seats on the outside. Tea on the inside, seats on the outside. And the Elma's special pie.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you. Okay, let me roll a performance.
both of you roll me performance, but roll it twice and take the highest one.
That's a 30, baby!
You roll it twice and take the highest one.
Okay,
You
that's
have
a total of-
fortune on this attempt.
Okay.
Ooh.
I will take my 30. Total of a 30.
Can
Oh,
I,
so
re-
got a
can I
plus
reroll
one.
one of mine with
I
a
get-
hero point?
You can spend a hero point if you'd like.
Cool. I'll reroll my 11. Yeah, 22.
All right, Beetle got a 30, which is a critical success, and Hart got a 22. And the dwarf comes in. Oh, my name's Iron Clad Golf. It's like, it's so nice to meet you. That was an excellent performance. One coffee, please, and the biggest piece of meat you have.
Yeah, thanks, and have a seat, buddy. The only reason
excellent.
I can move like this is because I'm drinking this coffee. Woohoo!
Oh, excellent, excellent. You see, he will enjoy himself, happy as ever. So excellent job there. The float continues to go on by. Another customer comes up and says, oh, hello there. I'm Hart as Van Mo. I would like something, please. And he looks to Tellem and Hart.
Well, you know what they say. Cream on the inside, clean on the outside. And your heart would thank you if you would indeed kickstart it a little bit with a good. What is it, Tellem? What is it called? What is it called? And what should people be talking about?
Tellem is has got like a pot of like hot sand in front of him, and he is like magically working things, and be like, oh, it's like he's moving the coffee around, it froths up, and he pours it into a cup and makes it theatric. He uses produce flame to make a little bit of fire, and he's like, blood eye coffee from the sands of Quanshir, a drink that will have you coming back for more.
Hey, Cap, do you want to tell the actual mechanical effects of Blood Eye Coffee?
I can if I don't like. Okay, so like Blood Eye Coffee is actually it's an alchemical
It's a
alchemical
drug.
creation. Yeah, a strong blend of it's caffeine is a drug.
Yeah.
So a strong blend including several spices. Blood Eye Coffee is a favorite morning drink, and it does have a maximum addiction stage, but it never progresses past stage 1. And you get a +1 item bonus to AC saves, to which you are taking penalties caused by fatigue for 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear
So-
you're saying all this, and Tartar's Von Mal is standing at the cart is like, I'll take it.
And as it swishes around the sand, froths up, pours it into a cup, he does that a couple more times, it swirls it around. He's like, would you prefer it piping hot or slightly chilled?
Hot.
And Tellem will actually, do a little bit of flame over top of it and hand the steaming cup to the individual.
Thank you. You see, Taurus will pay you the amount and will go behind the car. I see we have a bunch of chairs and stuff back there, so they will enjoy their drinks and stuff. So excellent job so far, everyone. You see, Brog has been pushing some people like, oh no, and everything else. The float here continues to go on by, nearing almost out of it. Another person comes on by named Java Jojo, and you hear it goes, "Hey there, I would like something to eat, please."
Beetle starts throwing it back and pointing at the kebab.
Say no, chat. I'm giving you any fucking voice I'm giving you. You take what I give you, okay?
Please, what you get?
I would love something, please.
All right. Well, we've got lots of kebabs. We've got all sorts of snacks. What did you look for?
I want sustenance, please.
Okay. Right this way. Hey, we need a
I'm
beetle
already
kebab.
at the cart.
I know.
Do you spicy garlic?
Yes.
I'll give you the regular garlic.
Neat.
Why just suddenly turn into like to every donor kebab salesperson? It's like, it's like garlic sauce. Yes. It's like,
I'll give you spicy.
Drowns it in it.
Or destroys it with mayonnaise.
Hart takes a wrapped thin sage bread that is being flattened and grilled on the plate. It is then taken with a little smear of a thick garlic sauce. He puts some homemade pickles on there, some fries, some fried potatoes, and we have a fucking store full of potatoes at this point. So he takes these fried potatoes and he handles them with his bare fucking hands straight out of the fryer, so it's a little bit of a showmanship bit when he does it. And then the carved grilled fresh meat placed on top of it with a little bit of parsley, and then he rolls it all up and he then just takes it with his bare hand and puts it on the grill, on the grill bars, and just presses it down until it gets like a little bit of a charred line on it, and then he just wraps it in a little bit of just, because we're kind of fancy with it, just a little round piece of cloth, and holds it out, still steaming. Everything is perfectly done. It's done so fast because he can just work with his hands.
Is it?
And he just holds it out.
Roll me a
so
crafting
hungry.
check.
Can I roll cooking to
Yes.
decrease the by 2? Fuck yeah, baby. It's a 15 for a total of 25.
Critical success. It is perfect as
yeah.
you described. And of course, Java Jojo takes it and goes, "Hey, go!" and then goes back and consumes it with everybody else.
I hope that lady's okay.
Green looks kind of like frazzled.
You see
I
the
like how in
float.
chat is just like, it's like, we failed to check, you'll give them food poison. It's like, oh no!
Java, no!
So that float goes by, a wonderful display in Tellem. You'll notice there was a lot of Quan Shear type flavoring to that float. You've been so busy with all this stuff, but you notice it had a whole bunch of fine displays, and you notice as you guys are cooking and working that a lot of people on the float will point to you and and acknowledge you and clap for you all and everything else, and you notice a lot more customers are on their way. Because you decided to go with Quan Shear style dress.
Yeah. Like as they point and like they clap and they cheer, like Tellem will put on little like pyrotechnic display, like leans out and puts his hands up. He's like, "Produce flame,"
Yeah.
own little version.
Roll me an
of fireworks.
Arcana check.
Yeah.
Sorry, the halfling music's going.
Yeah, same.
I rolled a 13 for a total of 25.
Critical success. You basically like making adding farm marks to your own, and a lot more people begin to come in. But of course, that float is now gone. Now it's time to see some results. You guys have basically added, you're gonna get +2 to this roll. So I'm gonna ask you, Beetle, roll me a flat D20 and add +2 to it. This is how well your cart's doing.
Oh no.
7, 8, 9. Are you
Can
good
I
with
hear
that?
a point? Can I hear a point?
You sure can.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
And it is the worst.
Can I hear a point again? Can I hear a point again?
No, you can only do it once. You can only.
I would
What
like to
if
spend a
we
hero
all
point to
use one
narratively
hero
declare that I get to roll instead.
No. That's what you gotta take your lumps. So with your roll of a 6.
What if we narratively declare that this is actually our placement in the list of people?
No,
and
what?
we're actually the 6th best at the entire thing.
So chat, do I let someone else roll again?
No.
Yay or nay?
You know what? I rolled a 30 on my last check, so it's you guys just carry the way. You guys do it. I don't want to cheat. I don't want to cheat. Keep going.
Well, that's
No,
that's
I'm
the
asking
thing, is
chat.
it's not cheating when Zoran decides.
They all said yes. So Tellem, you may roll, and no
What?
bonuses this time. Flat D20.
I was just joking about me, but wait, hold on, wait. Why is it
Now we
suddenly
can all
on me
blame
now?
it on
Why is it
you.
suddenly on me now?
I'm making you do
Blame
it.
it on you.
We're all gonna
baby.
roll.
The joke backfired.
Yeah, this one cannot be hero pointed. Is my stipulation. Go for it. Because of all your other stuff and everything you've been
Come on,
doing.
Cab,
So.
roll a 5.
Oh.
Oh no!
If we lose, I'm gonna cry.
I'm sorry, Froggy. It was supposed to be just a joke. I'm sorry. I'm
Roll,
sorry.
Cab, roll!
It's a 2.
So we're the second best, right?
So-
We're the second
I
best,
can't.
Soren, right? That's
So-
the thing, right? We're the second best, right?
So this is what happens. You guys are doing a fantastic display. Only because of that, you're getting a lot of customers now coming to you, but it's really hard to try to get them to stay in or so. So you're not doing as great as you wanted, but because of all of your efforts and all of your good rolls previously, you're doing well, but not as good as you could be doing. Now we're gonna roll for Fevenon.
Oh no.
He gets a flat D20. I saw that 20 wink at me. He also rolled pretty bad 8. He's like, come on now, please. It's Bungar. It's Bungar. Come, please. It tastes so good. You know, all these other robbing people, lovely partakers of wine.
I just
enjoy.
had
We ain't
an
going
idle
for Amari.
remembering. Did anyone else get hit up by that guy who was selling the totally not spider eggs, but were actually spider eggs? Oh no.
Anyway,
I don't like that.
so Peckpock now gets the roll.
We ain't getting to ride on the airship, man.
And Peckpock also rolls terrible.
Why do we
So-
all suck?
Peckpock rolled a 4, and so Peckpock's like, oh, come on,
boy.
I have shinies, I have various things. You see, everyone seems to be struggling, but you guys are, out of all of them, are doing okay.
Chat. I want you to chant. Potato boy. Potato boy.
You bought Potato Boy out. He's
Yeah, no,
closed.
Yeah, he's
bought
closed up
Potato
shop.
Boy out of the market.
Yeah,
No, you destroyed him. You got rid of that competition.
we've got
But
potato.
he's on our team now. He gets to roll how many cool things. Come on.
Oh no, we're using the potatoes.
You want to make that a narrative declaration? I didn't count your other
Yes,
one.
please.
Okay. All right, take it away. You have no more hero points. Let's see what
yeah.
Potato Boy rolls. A 7. There's nothing higher than an 8. Potato Boy rolls a 7, and he's like, "You want a potato? All right." As he run away. No salesmanship as he's trying to just sell a couple more.
I tried so hard.
This is a tough
Thank
crowd.
God
All right,
so
so-
far.
So the next
What do you
float
mean?
appears. The next float appears, and what you all see is an array of amazing people. and you see that it is a representation of the Benefactors Guild. The Benefactors Guild helps a lot of people here in the city of Outset, and you see all of them are kind of walking around with signs they're out for them. They kind of go for their titles, such as subscriber of the Orc Dario and Raldric and Neo Spectre and Heavy Hoplite and Mystere Meme. And so, and then in Piketty and Duke of the Mania, Little Alien, Ironclad Golf, all of these amazing people. And more who like to go to this place of Patreon, all this other stuff at patreon.com/narrative declaration. This is their float, and they are basically going, as much as we shill, that's it. They are actually in our lore PDF. So the Benefactors Guild is an actual thing. I'm just hamming it up a little bit, but they begin to rock on by. You see them all in these excellent looking uniforms. They're all riding horses. They're having the flags with them with their names on it. And there seems to be a big animal display that they're bringing with them on the float.
The smallest actual hope in the dark reality that is Rotgrind.
And as they're coming through, it's time to sell more. And now to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to go to, you all can either contribute together. I'm going to go to one of you. Someone comes over named Jiff and basically goes like, hey, that little rat folk person said you have some nice yummies over here. I would love some yummies for my tummies. What you have for me?
We got all sorts of stuff. We got kebabs, we got coffee, we got cakes, we got teas. Like, come right on in.
Oh, that's too much variety for me. I need something simple, and I don't like making decisions. So I'll look at your sign and wait in order. And the person stands there and doesn't fucking make a decision for quite a while.
What
and then
you want a kebab?
And then a line starts to form behind them.
Oh my god.
And they're like, maybe I should get that. No.
I recommend the kebab with spice.
I don't like spice.
Okay, no spice. How about no spice?
We have a special on just boiled potato.
I don't want it to be boring.
I thought you wanted. Okay.
Hard leans out of the actual wagon and stares at this person and goes, "You, boss, you right there. I make something special for you. Okay? You will. I will make this special for you, just for you, my friend." And then he starts he makes an actual just regular kebab.
You see, Jeff will take it, pay you some money, and then go like, "Thanks," and then goes away, accepts whatever food was given to them.
Grace just throws her arms up like, what?
You see a couple come in. One of them named, I'm gonna grab this person. One of them named Mr. Meme. You know, a lovely woman comes on by, carrying in tow, you believe their partner. Basically another lovely individual coming in. They seem to be holding hands, and they come up and go like, "What do you want to eat?" I don't know. And the other partner is, let me see, Heavy Hoplite. Mr. Meme and Heavy Hoplite join hands together, come up to the cart, and go, "Oh, what do you want to eat?" I don't know. What do you want to eat? I don't know. You decide. Like, I don't know.
Grail kind of like lean over, and she's like, "We do have plates to share."
But we don't know what we want to eat.
I mean, she waves to the menu.
We can't decide. What do you want to eat?
Oh my god!
Feel my fucking pain. I've had this bill with so many people when I go, "Hey, I'm hungry. What do you want to eat?"
You just hear to leave in the distance. It's just like, then starve.
Beetle, to avoid dealing with this, keeps playing his grass kazoo and throwing it back.
So at this point, like Tellem, you know, like he's got the coffee and everything going. But actually lean out is like, "I have something that the both of you will more than likely enjoy. Something that you can share together with your partner.
Oh.
How does that sound?"
Oh, well, what's that? We don't like making decisions.
Well, how about this? How about I take some of these fine potatoes that we have, some of the best in the land. I take these up, I cut these into strips, I spice them, I put them on a plate. We top it with a little bit of spiced meat, some little green for vibrancy, and perhaps a nice drink for both. Do something to cool your heart in the hot weather of a parade.
Is that what we want? They both nod and go, we'll go with that. But roll me diplomacy though.
Oh god.
Oh, Chad.
This is
This is brutal.
I got
That's
a 20.
That's
I
a
rolled
20.
12.
They both confirm again and nod. They'll take the food and drink and head on back.
All right.
Thank God.
So like Tellem will actually, they'll slice the potatoes up, spice them, fry them up, everything, put a little bit of the sliced meat on top. It gives them both like cool things of tea, but as he does, he will use a touch of frost to condense the moisture in the air into little ice hearts that fall into the glass and hand it both to them.
Aww.
Aw, cute.
They hold hands and go
Romantic.
off. They
Being
remember,
slowly addicted to caffeine.
I mentioned a lot of
That was
people.
tea. They didn't get coffee for that one.
I mentioned a lot of people for the float and stuff, but if anybody else wants to be named, now's the time to sub because another float arrives. Other floats arrive, and you're hearing it's like a weird animatronic like one. You see there are people like with poles kind of like moving its mouth up and down, and you're hearing it like there's some. Tellem, you could just tell natively someone's casting like a bullhorn or like a spell to enhance their voice. As every time the mouth goes open, all that they hear is it going yuck, and you see.
I mean, it's better than it going Gregory.
And you hear it going like yuck, and you see this big tooth, like buck tooth, weird looking dog cartoon thing, all lit up with tons of like little magical like lights, all adorning it and everything else. He's like, gosh.
Ray looks a little offended.
Hey Soren. Hey
Yeah.
Soren. Question.
Yes.
Can I have no narrative declaration points to give. Can we officially call this thing, whatever it is, the Goon?
Sure.
No, wait, no, Salty.
Yeah?
Goonie.
Yeah, Goonie. Yeah.
I think I just laughed so hard I'm going lightheaded. Oh my god.
It's Goonie.
Favorite mascot of Outset. Beloved icon that children's
Goonie.
all over outside a door.
It's always fun
Yeah.
when I go the find royalty free like photos and stuff and everything else, and I find this shit, and I'm like, yeah, I'll use it.
It's him. It's Goonie Longlegs.
Man,
it's
I remember when Rotgoons used to be a thing before, like Disney copyright struck them in their,
Yeah.
Well, that's
great.
Goonie
That was
Longlegs.
good times.
Yeah.
So as it's passing by, let's see, you see that there is a kind of like a very distinguished gentleman will now come up to your cart. Or actually, with the new cart, we need to roll to see how well everyone's doing. So, Gray, I need you to roll me a flat D20, and because you're doing so well on sales and doing performances, everything else is a +4 to this flat D20.
Okay.
Please roll me that, please. It's a +4 to it. No, you can't re-roll it.
No! I'm throwing myself on the ground. I
You
quit.
can't
the
re-roll
campaign,
it. That is a
everybody.
natural one.
It's technically higher than before.
Did not say anything. I kept my fucking mouth shut this time. I was just like, nope, I'm gonna shut up. I'm not saying anything, and bye.
Oh merciful GM. Please
Yeah.
let me use a hero point.
No, that's part of our roles for complications.
Okay.
So because of how weird this one is,
He's
so
offended by the
The float.
flow, so
I'm gonna take this one. This person's probably waiting a while for this one to kind of be used. So thank you so much. If you too want to submit a complication result to our campaign that gets put into a big pool, you can go to patreon.com/narrative declaration to make the player suffer. Because if you're allowed to give them hero points, you're allowed to mess them up. So I'm gonna take this one from
so
Guy
Champ
Masterson.
thought.
Or from
We
Guy.
do that ourselves.
Exactly. Thank you, Guy Masterson, for your Patreon submission. I'm going to edit your thing because you made it kind of Rahua specific for the Rock Run campaign, but we're going to change it up a bit just for this one called Sorcerer Bombardment.
Oh,
So,
no.
what a sorcerer is, if people haven't watched the Rock Grind campaign, think of an owl with like a bone saw blade that comes out of their chest. They're like fey creatures. And you see a couple of them start coming and go, hoo, 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 look at you little fox. It's like, oh, you're gonna cook things, huh? You're gonna cook some of our friends, are you? We think you're gonna just be, cooking all of us, are you? Hoo, hoo, hoo. Even though you're not, but they suspect that you are. And they're like, we'll just mess you all up, huh? We'll mess up your cunt. This is all perch spot, and you're not on territory. Fuck you. And your little dog too. And they go, meow, like they start doing passes by, like with their saw blades going, like, meow, meow, meow. And they start messing up your cards. That's how I'm going to manipulate. But thank you so much, Guy Masters, for that one.
Oh, no, I'm really sad.
Time to pull out the crossbow, Gray.
And unfortunately, because that some customers run away going, they're cursed, and they go away from your card a bit. Now let's see how Fevenon is doing. He gets just a flat D20. He rolls a 16.
I quit.
He's like, please come. Oh, look at these profits. Oh, he's having a grand old time. We'll see what Peckpock is doing. Peckpock makes a roll. It's a 2. He's like, please bite my stuff.
Oh, no, baby man.
Peckpock kind of cries a little bit, little rat tears.
oh no.
But your Potato Mancer, that's your
the save.
makes a roll. A 17, higher than Fevenon, and you start noticing, regardless of the sorcerer attack on your cart and messing it up a little bit, basically the Potato Mancer's like, oh, if you want more potatoes, they prep them for you for really good food, and people start rushing towards your cart because you bought them out.
McDonald's fries have been created.
Because of his role, and don't worry, I was prepping for this with the illusion of the boil water thing. Greg the Potato Mancer comes up to your guys' cart and goes, hey guys, look what I found. And you see that he produces basically for our version of French fries, but he has fried potato sticks, and he presents them all to you all. And he goes like, what do I call them?
What's your name, dude?
It's Craig. It's a Potato Mancer. You met him.
Yeah. Dude, what do you wanna be called? You're a wizard.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's your wizard name?
My bad. You were asking for his name. The reference was my bad. I apologize. I didn't get
What's your wizard name?
I don't have a wizard name. My name's just Greg.
So
Call him Gregors.
call him Gregors.
Gregors, dude. Is that okay?
Talib leans out of windows like golden Gregors.
Ooh, I like that alliteration.
Golden Gregors. Okay. I'll start making them on mine, and then I'll tell them to come pay here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Greg.
Okay.
Talib does a thing where you lean out in the hallway and do the thumbs up.
Oh my god.
All right. So with that, you start getting a lot more business buying Golden Gregors. Watch that be it. I need to look that up to see what Gregors means. Hold up. Gregors definition.
Awful.
Well, there's Gregor, Gregor is a noise-making device, most commonly a ratchet, used to make noise by the congregation when the name Hoban is read during the recitation of I'm gonna butcher these names. Sorry, in the synagogue during the celebration of Pyramid. Okay.
Gregor is also just a. Gregor is typically like a. I think it's a very bad grog and just a last name.
Yeah, it's
Like
look, it's not a racist or offensive thing.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
That's all I care
think
about. We're
okay,
good.
yeah.
We're good. So, regardless of that, you start selling that. You start making a ton more profit. So excellent job.
Me crying on the floor, slowly giving a thumbs up. Yay!
You see more people come up. You see a group of people. One, my name Jers comes up. Someone named like Milkshots Moo comes up. Another person named Dresden comes up. Another person called Eason Flisser comes up to you all, say all wanting food. For all of you, you can try to convince them in some way. I ask you all to either do like a performance check, a diplomacy, or anything food related, like crafting or your cooking lore. Roll those for me and see if you're gonna make some sales.
All right, let me get a performance. Roll in.
I will utilize my crafty.
I want to do cooking, but I've already done that. So if anything, I want to use performance.
Okay.
I'll just join Beetle in throwing it back.
Yeah. Beetle's not cooking. Beetle is trying to pull people in.
No, he is cooking.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
It's not that kind of cooking.
I don't know if you want me to
I got
roll
a
for
total of
that.
13.
I got a total of 24 by crafting check.
I got a total of 24 on my performance check.
Excellent. Beetle, you want to do a performance?
Oh, sure. I got a total of 19!
Excellent. So with all of that, they all succumb to your salesmanship and performance, everything else, and you make more money. They all come in with you all, and the float begins to head off.
Money.
Tons of people around. You hear the yuck, just disappear off into the distance.
Gray has
don't-
been like forcing her performance because she's just very, very offended
Like,
by the
people
flow.
oh, I love it when he goes, yuck. I was like, oh, yeah, another yuck is very good.
You, as everything is all nice and cherry, I'm like, yeah, yippee, you know. But now that float is gone, it's time to make another roll to basically see how well you all are doing. Now, for this one, you guys get a +6 to this because you've been making sales, doing all sorts of things. So, who wants to roll it?
I'm the only one that haven't.
Then you roll it.
I don't say that with a happy face though.
I heard your like face in your hands.
Yeah.
Roll
I
again
can do
if you
it.
want.
Do it, Salty.
It's
Do
with
it.
a +1, right?
No,
Plus
+6.
6.
+6. Alright, cool. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
I rolled a 9 for a total of 15. Pure skill.
Excellent. Okay. So we're gonna roll for Fevenon, the asshole wine merchant. He rolls a 9 with no bonuses. You're like, oh, well, just come on now, try the ale, please. You know,
Freaking Boongar.
Packpock's having a real bad time, and Packpock makes a roll. It rolls only an 8.
I
And
saw that 20.
In fact, Packpock sold a couple things here and there. Just like, you know, very disappointed in the haul. But now for a Potato Mancer, let's see how well Potato Mancer's been helping you guys out. Potato Mancer rolled a 10. So your sales have been excellent. You, so far, from what you've been able to see throughout the parade, Feminol has definitely made some cash. You can obviously tell. But Feminol wish he could have sold more. You know, it's not the best turnout, but you feel Fevinol made profit. You bought out the Potato Mancer. So Potato Mancer's helped you out a ton. Packpock has not broken even. So from what you can tell, so Packpock unfortunately did not do well today. And because of that, because of those results, you notice Fevenon start going like, well then,
if what comes to shove, I suppose.
And you see Fevenant will take out these trays of these little rocks on the trays and put them down on the table. Packpock also does the same and puts it down. And you notice from across the way on the other side of the crowd, the other stalls of stuff doing things, you notice people have been selling them. Those little rocks that you noticed from before that one salesman tried to sell it to you, and they all seem to be selling those things, and you guys aren't. The Potato Mancer does not have any of them.
Oh no!
But as
Oh God.
Wait,
Yeah.
if those aren't properly cooked, they, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can
Oh,
and we
no.
know this, so we can choose to not say anything to anyone.
Is it time for the power of petty?
What
Yeah,
if
of
we
course.
die?
Of course.
What if,
So-
what if, like, harmless consumers die?
so
That's
as
capitalism, baby.
what would you guys like to do?
Guys, aren't those, and Beetle points, even at the stalls across the street, we have to do something.
Hart looks over at them and goes, "Yeah,
But
just tell people not to buy them. Tell them they're disgusting. It's the truth." And then he turns back. He just pulls out fries from, from
The Golden Gregors.
Yeah, the Golden Gregors.
well, I don't. I gotta tell Packpock, and Beetle will drop his flags and his dance moves and hop down and skitter.
Roll me an acrobatics check. The crowd has grown quite big
Yeah,
recently,
yeah. So he's got.
and so you have to try and maneuver through all these very tall people.
Is this
Okay.
where? Is this where
What?
Slither comes in?
I will allow it.
That's a 16 for a total of 21. Yeah, you can slither through some.
Excellent.
freaking heck.
You're able to slither past everybody and all in between their
Slither through
legs,
the feet.
and you can make it to Packpock.
Huh? What? Oh,
Fuck, wait!
wait for what?
Those are eggs. It's full of spiders.
These?
And he points to the
Daddy.
rocks.
You got those from a guy, right? From another guy who had them in a sack?
Yeah. They seem to
Did he
be.
eat them in front of you?
No, I didn't try any myself either. He told me not to eat them.
He tried to sell them to us and to show them that they were like tasty, fine candy, and he tossed some into his own mouth. And as he was chewing them, and they burst, spiders were coming out of them. They could be super dangerous.
Ugh.
Careful, you don't feed those to people.
Do you know how to get rid of them?
Here, I'll take them.
Okay.
And he hands you the box, or the tray, or the wooden tray and stuff, and hands them to you.
Okay, so now that Beetle has the box, he's going to have to make it back with the box.
Yes, and so
Yeah.
you roll me an acrobatics check.
Yeah, okay.
Oh. Ooh, I got an idea.
Oh, 7.
No. Oh no.
Can I use a hero point?
You sure can.
Okay, I'm gonna use my last hero point.
Okay.
Oh,
There you go.
okay, that's a total of 20.
Excellent. So you make it
I-
by just fine.
Yeah, I don't want Beetle to stop at the cart. He keeps low and quiet and kind of down to the ground, and I want him to scurry around all the way to poor guy's wine cart over here.
Okay.
Poor guy.
And since there's a good crowd, I don't know if you'll want me to roll stealth maybe for this or something, but I want him to tuck the box, like kind of, he'll come in over here like away from the guy and tuck the box in with the bottles.
Okay.
I want to plant the box just in the bottles.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me thievery.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Go and roll me thievery for this. Also, you have good cover from your height in the crowds and stuff.
Okay, thievery.
To try to plant this.
When Chat has to scramble to give Froggy another hero point just in case.
Oh my god!
Like, oh no! Mr. Baby literally did. No. No. Take this now.
Say it, Froggy. Say the funny when you plant the rocks, the eggs.
So, I'm like super blind and I can't find thievery. What the heck is wrong with me?
Thievery is the
it's
last
at the bottom.
Oh, it's the light. I'm like, it's not
Yeah.
here. Sorry.
Yeah, very,
Froggy, it's in
yeah.
alphabetical order.
Yeah.
That's a total of 21, but I rolled a
Say it.
15.
That'll do it.
Say it, Froggy. Say it.
Beetle moves some bottles and tucks the box away in them and moves the bottles back into place and then turns and scurries away.
I'm in.
Problem
Bugs.
solved.
Bugs have been planted.
Problem solved. Bugs planted.
All right, so you scurry on back. More customers have arrived.
Oh god. He gets up and goes back
Bomb
to
has been
dancing.
planted.
There were
Yeah.
no eggs.
You cannot
by
help in
Fry
this one,
Boy,
Froggy.
Right?
You cannot help in
Froggy-
this.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you cannot help in
Fry
this
Boy
one.
has no eggs, right?
No,
Yes.
It has no
Yeah.
eggs.
Good.
Basically, you're not gonna help with these rolls, Froggy, because you're too busy doing Metal Gear Solid shit. Everybody else, though, you see basically someone come up and then identify themselves as Inside Outlander, and another person named Chet Twitchbeard. Now, this Chet Twitchbeard looks weird. It's a dwarf that just looks at you all, just stares at you.
Like a rich person stares at us.
Does he just stare, and does this kind of like faceless smile?
So if you look
Just
on
like
if you
this-
look on
this
the
dead-eyed smile.
if you look on the
You can
Twitch
see.
stream, on the video player, so you'll see
Oh,
yeah, you'll see this dwarf kind of like kind of fur clothing, kind of this kind of like medium armor type of thing, holding a big axe, and he looks cute. He has like a little kind of like a little horn helmet on and stuff, big old beard and stuff, a little fur lining, kind of like neck back piece and stuff, and these cute little fur boots and everything. He just looks at you all, and you notice just like behind, like you as if you're just looking at his eyes, he speaks nothing, not a single thing, and you could just tell he's fighting demons behind his eyes because there's a million voices just fighting in there. Hey Chad, this is you. What do you want to order?
Dad, what do you want to order?
So I'm gonna do
behind that
a
eyes is a legion of demons.
Oh fuck.
Cat's in charge. No, you can't. So I want to give you guys 4 options here. What does Chet do? Sorry, I'm trying to get through all these bits so they contain the episode. I'm so sorry if it's taking so long.
Oh, it's okay.
We might go a bit over, so please forgive me for taking you guys'
we're
time.
fine.
Yeah.
So basically, you can order food and drink, walk away,
Green.
do a backflip. He does not speak. Do a backflip
Attack the card.
or stare. So
just stands there and silently screams, just mouth open, looking at the heavens, pleading for some god to show themselves.
I'm trying to.
Pet the dog.
Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to get it all figured out here. I'm so sorry, chat. There you go. Here's a voting thing. You can do 1 through 4 there to vote. And if you too want to vote on He Who Funny Things, you can vote over at twitch.tv/narrative declaration. If you're watching this on YouTube or listening to this on podcast. Also, shout out to the people who ate something when Salty was describing food earlier. Because it made him hungry.
It made me hungry too.
Is it not working? Hold up.
Oh,
Is it not
no.
moving? Huh, that's weird. Hold up. No. Oh,
that
that's right. It's on my channel. Hold up.
I was just about to ask, do you have it connected to your channel or narrative declaration?
I can get it. I can get this fixed. Hold up. I was wondering why it wasn't working. I was like, oh, I messed. I did it again. I did it again. What does chat do? You don't have to go to my chat. I'll fix it. Order.
Some people would say that this is not good content for VODs and radio and whatever. Yeah, but this is not the episode for that. This is the episode for streams. This is the episode for you, Shad. This is for you. And every single moment that you ever wanted to be a part of anything, this is the moment that you get to do that. Listen, if
There
you
we
just stare at us or buy food or whatever, maybe you get to vote to pet the dog thing or attack the cart. Who knows?
There we go.
Maybe
Now I
in the
got it fixed.
future.
Yeah, sorry about that. All right, so currently the voting process is number 1 is order food and drink. Number 2 is just walk away. 3 is just do a backflip, or 4, just stare at him. So far,
you
staring
like
at him
that?
wins. Is winning right now.
Why you like this chat? At least do a backflip.
I
All
voted
right.
backflip too.
I want to count from 10, chat. Then I'm going to close the voting. So 10. Actually, I want to count from 10. One of you guys, like, we'll go for the order it is on stream from me, Hart, Beetle, Tellem, Gray. You guys count down. Wait, I'll go 10. Hart goes 9. Beetle does 8. See if you guys can actually do it. So I'm going to count down. When we get to 0, we're going to end it. So 10,
9,
8,
7.
6.
5,
4.
3.
2.
1.
0.
You're done.
Stare at them. This dwarf just stares at you. Just
Beetle looks terrified.
Gray looks very uneasy. She's, would you like food or drink? She's just like, she's not sure what to do here. Because it's just staring. This dwarf is just staring.
just nothing. No, like
Tellem
nothing's
just-
there.
Oh my god!
Tellem just stares back because he doesn't need to blink.
Hey, buddy, are you interested in some bits and bobs? This
I-
is really good.
The dwarf turns to you, just slowly turn, and when it looks dead straight into your eyes, all you're just imagining is like World War II footage, black and white, like just like fate, opacity low,
Wait.
just playing. You see the horrors through his eyes.
Chet hit Beetle with the pin and stare.
Beetle stops talking.
And so after all that, Chet leaves. Chet just walks away, and inside Outlander just gets some food and walks and goes to sit down.
Are you sure they don't explode into spiders and skitter away? I kind of like that idea. That
Oh
Chet
my
gave.
god.
So
Just discorporates into a pile of spiders and skitters across the street.
So with all that, so sorry, chat, that I can't fit everybody in, but thank you all so much for your subs and stuff. But now another float begins to come in. Yeah.
Chat Twitch Beard is in chat. I spent money for this bit. Please subscribe to Narrative Declaration. Did I do good, Father?
So
We love you, Chet.
I'm a great sport.
for context, VOD and podcast listeners, someone in our community has renamed themselves the Twitch Beard, which was a chat plays Pathfinder 2e thing that we did. A little where chat basically voted on a bunch of options to play Pathfinder 2e, and so they like the dwarf so much, so they named themselves that. So, so the bring in the scene again. Everything's going great. You're confident in everything. Your cart's doing absolutely wonderful. You screwed over Wine Guy. You bought out Potato Mancer. Packpock's having a bad time. Brug's been keeping a lot of people away. You've noticed Brug's kind of like, beat up a couple thieves here and there. Brug's kept you guys safe. So good thing you brought Brug. All your outfits and stuff really brought in more business. All of your food and stuff has been the talk of everyone in that section. A lot of business has been
I
coming through.
bring Brog his lunch.
Brog eats it happily. So, but as things are going, things kind of shift. The music and stuff begins to die off. People slowly but surely just stop cheering. It's a lot quieter now, as everyone is just hushed as they see a figure from far off begin to make their way forward. And as they're on their way, if I can, I don't know if this is going to be appropriate or not, but that'll work. You see another float come by. I don't have a huge graphic for it, but you see that there's a large subset of people, soldiers, carrying large spears and stuff with a kind of half cape come by. And you notice that some of these beings have heads of crystal. They begin to start marching down, but who they are escorting is someone riding atop this amalgamation of hands and like these crystals, kind of like on this like flat platform where these hands are kind of extended out. And you see this tall, just reverent figure riding atop this crude contraption of hands and just kind of skittering forward all in sync, escorted by a large troop of soldiers, kind of headed up by a robed individual, also with a crystal head. And you see these beings that are coming by. The soldiers seem to be of different ancestries or so, not all like human or so, but of different ancestries, sometimes gnolls, goblins, orcs, things like that. But those that are that of crystal, you notice, let me see if I can get one of these. You see this one kind of at the head, holding up a crystal ball. Basically, just holding it up, just kind of like in the middle of them, casting forth the light. And you notice all the confetti that is around you. All of the confetti that has been falling and all the little sparkles and stuff that has been going down begins to change. They begin to burn, but they don't cause any fire. They don't cause anything to cause any alarm. They just simply begin to burn them in a brilliance of light as they begin to come by. And you see people start snatching them when they can.
Harsh stomach just starts glowing.
Yeah, and just try to snatch these things when they can. As if they're trying to grab blessings or miracles as this guy comes by. And
Beetle's going to shake Gray. That's Ferdinand! And he's going to point.
Gray nods, just firmly. She's,
yeah, and everyone is quiet or so. And you see some of the guards start to kind of push some people away, going, please, it's like, I'm very sick, please help me. Everyone just starts, like slowly but surely in a roar, and some of the soldiers kind of put them away because rumor has gone around that Ferdinand can help with things, can cure various things, can try to fix people, but Ferdinand pays people no mind. But as Ferdinand begins to start getting near midway, nearly past your card, and also to show off Ferdinand's artwork here, Salty, you did a wonderful job on this artwork.
so good.
It's so good.
I love this.
You see Ferdinand in this long form robe, one side of a big sleeve, another closed. The hands that you see that Ferdinand has in the torso, or bits you can see, it's all of metal and sort of skeletal arcane metal strips kind of deform his limbs or so. And you see a big crystal orb just kind of in his chest, and then an elongated neck and a humanoid like head shape, but it's sheen, it's smooth, basically like a helmet, and a radiant crown that's atop of him. And the thing that he is riding, it's once again this flat platform, but it has multiple of these crystals in there. And on closer inspection, you notice skulls in each of these orbs, along with these little kind of like gremlin like people who seem to be like constantly maintaining this thing. Anytime Ferdinand needs to like motion for something or grab for a thing, you see these things quickly just scurry up and hand him this thing. They're like little servants for him. But as he is getting closer and closer to your guys' cart, you all start to hear screams. You all begin to hear screams, sort of a terror begins to go around. Like a lot of people just like, I can't emulate a good scream. I'm just like, oh, fuck! Ah, spiders everywhere! Ah, shit! You know, like everything else. And what you notice is that feminists, oh, goodness me! And then you hear bottles smashing, everything else. And you notice that it's not spiders that come out of it all. It's not spiders that start to burst out from those presumed eggs. It is rot flies.
Oh.
Ew.
You start to see these things spring up on all the carts. Extra more in Fevinons as the extra box you planted explodes. You see these various swarms come out, and unfortunately, you notice some people just fall to their knees and start vomiting these things.
Oh.
Oh no.
Just and basically these swarms begin to just come out of certain people's mouths and everything else, thinking some people ate these. Some people have been enjoying the so-called delights that the seller went, and you notice all of your customers behind your cart begins to run away and scream or so, as there is an individual behind you all clapping. Just
This fucker.
and you see he vomits this black viscous just goo, you know, as he begins to walk up to your guy's cart. And he goes, "You could have made so much, but everyone's together with us." And you see that there are two members. You notice these guys have bruises or so. These kind of gang members. Braga seems to beat them up, but they too have just this black viscous stuff just kind of coming out of their mouth and everything else. And you see these citizens here just like, oh God, ah! And they all begin to run away from this guy. And like trying to avoid all these rot flies and everything else, hiding behind your cart for safety. And you notice none of the guards come to help. Anytime a rot fly kind of comes in or get past the road, they do their very best to kind of stop them there, but they do not go out into the crowd to help. And neither does any of Ferdinand's soldiers. And what you see is the flamboyant salesman who tried to sell you all of this walk up to all of you in your cart and go like, "Oh, it's so good to see a familiar face." And he's gripping. He's gripping his chest, you know, and
Hey, you're really making it hard for us to go see Ferdinand, buddy.
You already see him. And maybe
Not
we
like
can.
that.
And with
He's gonna help us. He was gonna help us, and you're ruining our business. And
Beetle, we have
pulls
bigger
out-
problems.
Beetle pulls out his Giselle.
okay, you take care of your Giselle. What do you do? I'm not going to
Points
roll
it.
initiative here. I'll let you guys role play through this.
Okay, he points it at him.
Okay, he just laughs and you see like just bits of his flesh are just kind of just turning this black viscous, just falling off.
Shooting him isn't gonna fix this.
He ate them too. Did you all eat them? Are you crazy? You're gonna die! Why would you do that?
You have no response. They're just simply just coughing out this black viscous goo or so. So what do you guys do?
Panic internally.
Are there any crates around? Like big crates that people have maybe used to carry their wares originally, even crates that we used.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. That is a total of 21.
Okay, yeah. As you're looking around, you do find several crates. Some open, some not.
Hard! Brug! We gotta get them locked up in some crates or something before they pop with more bugs!
Hart takes off his apron and walks out of the cart, just bowing to get out of the opening. I don't like you. I didn't like you from the moment I saw you. Not because of how you act. It's because, I mean, buddy, you're kind of rotten.
Oh my god!
He spits out this black viscous goo at your feet, and he goes.
Beetle starts to scurry and beg for help to try and trap people who haven't popped yet into boxes, so maybe the swarms can be contained.
Okay. I'll have you take care of that. Like, some people that you have served or so, like, kind of go like, okay, I'll help. I didn't eat any of that stuff, you know, and some people who have come and bought stuff from you begin to help people. Like, if you ate that stuff, you need to get in this box.
Yeah.
Get this barrel. Get the...
Yeah. And the
Quarantine.
It's like, you need to vomit right now. What's anybody else doing?
Gray's gonna go check on Pickpock.
Okay, you rush over the Peckpock. Peckpock is hiding behind his stash of stuff and everything, going, you know, just terrified.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, Tellem will basically, vault out the side of it and look at Brug, and for those who are not helping, he's like, once those who have eaten have been contained, evacuate the people that way. And then, like, he'll point towards Pickpock. He's like, Brug, I need you to get these people out of here. If we start fighting, we have no idea the damage it will cause.
It's like, Brug will look at you. He's like, all right, I'll start helping people. Okay. And he'll start trying to evacuate people who believe it's not going to burst or anything. He starts getting them all out.
Yeah, like, and Tellem ported towards, like, where Gray went with Peckpock, where it doesn't look like there's any swarms or anything around there yet.
Okay, cool. So, Hart, you did that. Tellem did that. Beetle, helping with people. With all the efforts going through, you, all the efforts that you're going about, you are all, because of your actions, you begin to save lives. You notice the charlatan, basically this guy, this messed up salesman before, basically just kind of seems to be decomposing live before you. You know, maybe it's just like he just kind of just slumps into this black goo or so, and then it just settles there. But you've noticed, as you guys have been doing that Kurdanan has just stopped and has been observing everything. Obviously, all the soldiers and stuff around him have their spears up and kind of their left arm up as well. The conservator, the one orbed individual, the one crystal individual, is just kind of just waiting within the ring of soldiers, just keeping an eye on things, but just not seemingly do much. All the outset guards are kind of keeping people through. And you see that Kurdanan, from everybody that's doing everything, looks to all of you. And you hear, and you don't quite hear it, but feel it, as you feel something of like, yes, I believe you will do. And you see that he will simply motion with his hand, grab the staff that the little gremlins hand to him, and he will just go, and then this platform that he's on, all the orbs on it basically radiate and whoosh, like this big just wave of energy basically just washes over everything. All these rot flies just start to disintegrate. Just gone. And as they all basically just get washed away, and some of the people who still had stuff inside just basically collapse. Or so, and you see several of the people that you tried to save and contain them basically just out cold or so. And you see that Cardinand will look to all of you, and let me change this so we're not in combat mode right now. So Cardinand will motion for everyone to go forward. All of his troops or so. You'll see that they will split away. Here, let me perspective here. They'll split away, and you also see that the charlatan that was there as he decomposed along with his compatriots there all basically just fade off and just get disintegrated by the blast. And for you, Tellem, you would notice that he casted a 3-action heal spell. And you'll notice that if any of you had any cuts or bruises from preparing your meals or anything else like that, that you seem fine. You feel great, even. So if you ever have any damage to you, now's the time to heal it.
How does that feel?
Does it fix my arthritis?
You feel great. I got carpal tunnel. Bam. It's good.
God
And
dang, I can do backflips.
How does Tellem feel?
it's like, Tellem, like you still the same. Like you're still ghostly and everything else, but you feel as alive as you can be. As you notice, Cardinand will step off from his platform there, and you will see that he will step on by all these people part away, just trying to get out of his way as he comes up to your cart. And you'll see that he'll stand before you all and goes, I am looking for individuals such as yourselves. I would appreciate if I could meet you all better in the future. Your bravery here to at least help when everyone else decided to scurry has piqued my interest. I am
You want an autograph?
Beat all the blood shoots out of Beetle. He goes from this like teal color to just like gray, like you know when lizards shed their skin? And he like his skin just immediately like crackles and dies, like and he's all pale and white. He's just like standing stiff, rigid in a case of his own shedded skin.
Like Gray's over by Pac-Pac, and she's just like, she kind of calls over, thank you, we would appreciate that.
Gray, you could have moved over during this time.
I could have, but
which you can move your character closer and stuff. It's okay. Basically, he will look at you all and go, I would love to know your names. As for me, this vessel is Cardinand. I am the head of the conservants here for the Kingdom of Dern. I would like to know whom you are. And he'll point to Gray first.
I am Gray Crocus. It is an honor.
You'll see he'll slowly kind of nod forward. His hands are kind of together. He will look to Hart and go, and you are?
Hart has pulled out one of the bricks from the ground, and he has just licked his thumb. He has scraped in his name on it. Now that he can read and write, he wants to flex this as much as possible. And he just holds out the brick towards him like, my name is Hart, here's your signature.
You see, he will look at it, and if he had a face, he would squint at the words.
It's a collectible.
Yeah, he kind of goes, thank you, Hart. And he'll nod to one of the little guys, basically near him, one of the little servants, and one of them will come up, grab it from you, and then kind of walk back and stand behind him.
I love you, Hart.
Oh my god!
He will then turn and look all the way down to you. So you know this guy towers over all of you. He is extreme. Think of like football, like
I'm listening. I'm
Like
listening.
like 10 feet tall, basically. This guy is massive.
Aspire.
Yeah, aspire. Yeah, he is a tower. He kind of leans down and looks all the way down to you, Beetle, and goes, "And who are you?"
Beetle's wings open and all the shed skin like falls off him like broken glass, like just like crumbles apart and hits the ground by his feet. It's all dusted, and his new like reptile skin is all nice and shiny, and his eyes are bugging out. They're gyrating a little bit. He looks so scared. He's like, "Beelzebub, sir, it's an honor."
He'll nod, and then he looks to you, Tellem, and he goes, "I did not know we had somebody who also believed in conservance. Who are you?"
Tellem will actually give him a deep bow and take a hand and put it over the badge that he wears at the top corner of his chest. And he was Tellem Shabura, a humble merchant, a man of alchemy and magic.
He'll also nod to you as an acknowledgement. And he will say, "I would like to invite you to a private dinner, if you don't mind. I would enjoy the company of those who like to conserve life."
Tellem will stand up and be like, "It would be my honor, High Conserve."
He looks to the rest of you to get a confirmation.
Beetle's nodding. He can't breathe.
Gray gives
Ha-
one solid nod.
Hart crosses his arms and squints at him a little bit like, yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
Thank you, Ferdinand.
He doesn't say anything back to you. He will simply bring his hand down, not even looking, as one of the little guys kind of gives him an envelope. He grabs it, still kind of looking at all of you, and then brings it forward for one of you to take it from his hand.
Beetle comes up and takes it. And then bows and like kind of saying, he moonwalks back, but he doesn't. He just walks
Like
backwards.
a backward skitter.
Yeah, he up, back.
That paper will give you access to the suite that the assembly is allowing me to stay at. There is a event that is happening soon, and I wouldn't want to miss it. And it's always delightful to attend it with those who are like-minded. I would love for you to join me for dinner during this event and to learn more of you and to help you if I can.
Thank you. That would be wonderful. That would be amazing.
He will nod, and as he kind of turns away, you feel his words mostly because you don't see any mouth moving or anything. And as he does so, once more, similar to the other ones that you've met, you see the crystal that is in his chest. You see not one skull, but sort of an assortment, like several different skulls kind of like peek up as he speaks sometimes, and then fade away inside. And he will begin to walk away and go, "I will send an escort to help lead you to where we stay. This vessel thanks you." And he will bow to all of you, and then he will go back to his vessel, to his little walkie-crawly vehicle thing.
Our vessels thank you. Bye, Coordinate.
There's a cringe shit you say when you're starstruck. You just regret it in bed later on.
It's like, yeah, you too.
Have a good
It's like,
meal.
wait a
You
second.
too.
Yeah.
during this time, you notice a lot of the soldiers have been collecting the people who passed away due to the raw flies exploding in their innards and stuff, and then vomiting them up. You see that they have been kind of like put off to the side or so, and you see Kurt Hannibal nod to one of the conservators there, and you'll see that he will basically walk over to some of the crates that you've done, instruct some of the soldiers and some of the little gremlin guys, and kind of in a grotesque way, gather them, take the bodies and stuff, and then shepherd them away, not on the parade floor, but they kind of go further into the back alleys and stuff and help dispose of the bodies, basically. And the conservator goes with them. But the parade continues as a previous float comes in behind, and as if a bit of a whiplash of tone is of a like weird figure holding up a giant mutton. And you see it is
this individual have a crown.
Yes, and you see that is a big old letters saying Mutton King. and it says Mutton King. The festival and the parade goes off without a hitch afterwards. You guys are able to sell off nearly everything in your cart, but one final roll for everybody. Fevodon gets a -15 to this roll.
Yippee!
He rolled a natural 1. So Fevodon goes empty due to the unfortunate of selling all those things and such. Fevodon is out, just ruined. What's up?
That guy.
Can I use a narrative decoration to make it so that Fevonon was one of the individuals blamed for this, just solely for the amount of flies that appeared from his stall?
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
He is taken away in chains. All right, for Packpock. Let's see if Packpock makes it, because you took the crate from Packpock of all those exploding thingies. Packpock gets a +5 to this roll.
Come on, Packpock!
Natural 20! Packpock gets a natural 20. Packpock sells nearly all of his stuff after a massive failure of rolls before. Packpock is able to make up everything.
We love to see it.
Let's go, King.
And now for the Potato Mancer, I'll roll a flat d20. If it's over 10, you guys get a bonus. It is a 14.
I saw that 20 peak and I was like, no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Now, for all of you,
All of us has rolled.
What? Oh,
let's make it a group effort. Okay.
Okay.
Let's make it a group effort. Let's see. Let's go by. I'm trying to think of the math here. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's make it a d6 because it's easier to read that way. All of you roll me 1d6, and if you roll higher than a 3, so you're rolling 4, 5, or 6, pretty much a 50-50.
Yeah.
4, 5, or 6. Sorry, COVID cough. That let's see. You were able to sell off everything in the cart, completely sold out, and made max profit. If all of you make it. If you only half of you succeed, you did just what you needed. If none of you get over it, you got some extras.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, everyone roll your d6. That's a 6. That's a 6. That's a 1. That's a 6. And because of the Potato Mancer, you will get an extra d6. It's a 3. But regardless, 3 of you made 6s, and because of how it is, you guys did wonderful. And you guys did well, and you helped out the Almas. You have succeeded in your quest, and you have an invite from Kurdanan to meet him at a private dinner with him. Congratulations. That is where we're gonna end it.
hadn't already died twice, I feel like I want to die again. Oh my god.
I've waited so long for this episode, and it went perfectly!
Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, chat. So much for watching this episode. You can always catch it on YouTube a week later from Patreon. You'll get it really quick. And of course, join the fun here on twitch.tv/narrative declaration. If it's okay for me to summarize, we get everybody out here. Thank you, Minerva, so much. Please follow her on social media. Thank you so much for playing Gray. Thank you, Cabal, for playing Tellem. Thank you so very much. Follow him at Cabal. Thank you, Froggy Lock. Look up Froggy Lock on social and everything for playing Beetle. Thank you, SaltyJub, for doing amazing art here and everything else. Please follow SaltyJub on their socials. And thank you for playing Heart. You all did absolutely wonderful. Thank you, chat, for being a good player today. And I have been your host and game master for this evening. Thank you all so very much. And we will see you next time on a new exciting episode of Rotgoons. So long and good night.
And remember, cream on the inside, clean on the outside.
Oh
That's
my
right, that's right, that's